Saturday Night Virus begins now.
This is as disorganized as it comes.
And now, Uninformed with Bill Burr and Joe DeRosa. No reading, no research, just strong opinions.
All right, hey everybody, what's up? Bill Burr, Joe DeRosa, another edition of the Uninformed radio program here.
Yes, sir.
And we're not in New York City this time. We are in a secret location.
That's right.
Secret location because we had a little problem. Guess we some of our conspiracy theories. Maybe we touched on something. I don't know.
But we're on the lam, as they say. Is that correct, Bill? Is that how you put it?
Now, what's the real deal?
We're out west.
We're out west. We're out here in L.A. I live out here now. Joe's out here having. You obviously have meetings. I'm judging by that shiny shirt you have on. Huh?
I know. I'm wearing my penguin shirt today, so I could walk into my different meetings and look like a dapper young man that doesn't go on the radio later at night and say things like cunt.
Exactly.
And, I sold him well, dude.
I actually had a very embarrassing weekend of stand-up with Joe DeRosa up at the Punchline of Sacramento, where I got sent home a day early, like I was being punished. First of all, I was supposed to be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Joe, you were supposed to middle for me Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
That's right.
What happens Friday night?
You
cheat on me with a bigger headliner.
How can you not? Dave Attell, Vegas. Those two, that's like,
You just left me stranded in one of the worst cities in America.
Yeah, I did.
You did.
And I liked it. I
didn't like how I got the exact same condo that you got. So anyways, whatever. I had a guaranteed for a certain amount of money that they were going to pay me. Most comics don't talk about this stuff because allegedly it's embarrassing. I don't give a shit. So I was supposed to be there through Sunday. Friday was all right. Saturday was great. And Sunday, I had like 11 reservations. I think in defense of me, Brian Regan was playing like the Astrodome down the street. I think that took every white person who gives a shit about me.
What did they say on the phone when they called you? Like, do the phone call when they called you to tell you.
Oh, it was no phone call. It was just Molly. She's just like, yeah, so the weekend looks great. But Sundays, I go, what is it, like 12 people? She goes, there's 9. There's 9 reservations. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to go home. I went home and then I got you back. Then I left you fucking stranded there.
Yeah. And Sunday was a sad, sad night. But I got 4 free meals from Chili's on Sunday night. Because we went in.
For what?
We went in. Me and 3 other people went in there to eat. And they were so slow with the service. Dude, I've become a master at getting free food in restaurants when the service is bad. And
well, when are you going to go to a restaurant, Joe?
What do you
Chili's?
mean?
You consider Chili's a restaurant?
I do.
Oh, yeah. What are you going to get, free soda crackers?
Well, you're not going to get free food at, at the Palm or whatever. You can't pull that.
Yeah, but that's a restaurant, Joe.
Yeah,
you're going to, that's shit.
It's free food. It's free food. I got free food at Brother Jimmy's Barbecue.
I just really saw your whole background. Like a regular night, like it's nobody's birthday. You went to McDonald's, you went to Wendy's.
Yeah.
But then when it was really special Chili's, look out.
Fajita nachos, put a candle in it for the person's
Do you get
birthday.
like excited and nostalgic when you hear the sizzle of a fajita going by on a hot plate?
Yeah. I have that baby back rib song on my iPod. No, but dude, I've gotten so good at it. When the service sucks, you pull the waitress aside and you go, look, we know it's not your fault, but we really have to get out of here right now. But you have to do it at the moment when the food is about to come, so it's a very tricky strategy you have to do. Then you go, I have to see the manager. And then they go get the manager. And then when they're getting the manager, the food comes out. Then the manager comes over and goes, is there a problem, folks? You go, yeah, the food, we have to go. It's cold.
That's a good took manager too long. Voice.
Yeah.
Is there a problem, folks?
And free food, dude. Whole meal, free. Boom. Like that. How great is that, man?
So wait. How do you do this?
Well,
because you certainly shouldn't have to pay to eat at Chili's.
I know nobody should have to pay, but you do. This is part of the country we live in. So it's you wait for the service has to be bad. You can't just do it.
You wait till the service is bad, so it has nothing to do with the food.
No, you wait. Well, if the food sucks, you can do it then too.
But then why would they give it to you? Because you're like, the food sucks. I don't want to eat it.
Well, then you get your money back. You eat, then you get to spend your money on stuff you want to eat. You know what I mean? Or you eat just enough of it and you go, this is terrible. And you're full. You do the 20-minute digestion process. You had 2 of your fajita nachos. That's enough.
So you're like that asshole in Fast Times at Ridgemont High who brings the breakfast back and gets Judge Reinhold fired?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't care. Fuck them at Chili's. I don't give a shit. That chick is probably on the fucking streets right now because I complained about the service. But you got to keep saying to the waiter or the waitress, I know it's not your fault. Don't worry about it. I know this happens. It's just I have to go right now. You know, you have to play it like that so you don't look like an asshole.
You actually do that?
Yeah, if the service sucks, I do it. I don't do it like as a scam to get free food. But like if the service sucks, I will get free food. I did it at Brother Jimmy's because they brought my food out first, and they didn't bring the food for my two friends. And my food sat there literally for 15 minutes before their food came. So when their food finally came, I go, guys, you know, I'm a gentleman. I wait for my friends to get served, too. I don't start eating without them.
Gentlemen, you're a piece of shit.
They don't know that. They don't know that. They don't do a background check. So I go, look, I don't start eating before anybody else. My food's cold. It's lousy. The service thing. Give me a free barbecue combo platter that night. You can't beat that.
You know, Joe, I was wondering how you afforded to wear a sport coat every night of the weekend where I wasn't sent home. I now realize it. I now realize it. So anyways, that was that little bullshit. Hey, how you been? Crap at the top of the show. This is the Uninformed show. Oh, you got your index finger up, Joe.
No. One thing we should say, though, before we move on, we should say hi to Tammy, because she drove all the way up to see you on Sunday night in Sacramento.
Oh, that's right, and I wasn't even there.
And you weren't there, but she's a fan of the show, so she stayed to see me, and she had fun, and she was a huge fan of you and me and the show. So thanks again, Tammy, for coming.
Okay, yeah, and I'll send her a couple of CDs. Look at that, how nice are we? This isn't even a holiday show.
Zoom-zee.
So let's totally turn it around. And Joe, I heard you had a death in the family.
Yep, today. My uncle died today.
Your uncle died today?
Sad, man.
I don't know. Like, if my uncle died, I wouldn't give a shit because I don't really know him.
No,
do I know any of my uncles?
Here's the saddest part, and then this is as sad as it'll get, and then I'll stop. He's like a real funny guy, and he's like a real ball breaker. So when I was a kid, I didn't get along with him because I didn't get it. You know what I mean? I didn't understand his humor. I thought he was just mean. And then when I got older, I started to appreciate it. And like over the last 2 years, I finally actually started to understand the guy and really get to know him and really like him and look forward to spending time with him. And he died today.
Dude, that's how it always happens. Stevie Ray Vaughan is pouring Coke into his whiskey. He cleans up, and within 2 seconds, he gets on one helicopter, and that's it. It's over.
Jesus Christ.
I was trying to be nice, man. I was comparing your uncle to Stevie Ray Vaughan.
It's a bummer. You know, it's a shame. He beat himself up. He smoked a lot, and he didn't take care of
How old was he?
He was in his 60s. But, I mean, he's one of these guys. He had quintuple bypass surgery like 15 years ago. Still kept smoking. Still didn't eat right. Had a stroke. Still kept smoking. Still didn't eat right. Yeah. You know, so then he had pacemakers. Still kept smoking. Still didn't eat right. Then finally, he had a heart attack.
Jesus Christ. Why didn't they should have made a commercial with him.
Yeah, he was like the Bob Fosse.
I am Joe DeRosa's uncle. Mm-hmm. By the time you see this.
Don't smoke.
My grandmother, 100 years old, actually, she had a hernia that she hasn't been telling anybody about for the last year, and it's gotten so bad her stomach is behind her heart, and she had an operation today to make her stomach, where is it supposed to be? In front of the pancreas?
It's not supposed to be behind your heart. I realize
that, Joe, because every time you pitter-pattered, that would upset your stomach.
How does it do that? I don't understand how that... What causes it to go up behind your heart, though?
Well, a hernia is a vacuum that's created from a draft that comes up through your taint. A lot of people don't realize that when you have a vagina, you know, whatever age, that adds to the draft. And what it does is if you're not careful, if you don't sit like a lady, eventually it pushes your innards up there.
Really?
Dude, I'm on Wikipedia right now reading it.
That's fucking amazing. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I always thought a hernia...
I have no idea. I always thought a hernia was something that your guts drop down.
I thought it was like a ball that formed and they had to remove it.
Yeah, and your ball sack, right? I thought like it was like when you were helping somebody move and you're like, we don't need to empty out the fish tank. I got my end, right? 1, 2, 3, and you go to lift. He doesn't lift his end.
Next thing you know, one of your balls unravels.
No, it's not a ball. It's like I thought your guts came. What is it? It's muscle pushes through your innards, through your appendix.
I thought it was like a gallstone, like that kind of thing. Like there's like a rock that forms in you somehow because you.
No, it's not a gallstone. A gallstone is in your bladder.
No, I know. But I'm
kidney
saying I thought it was like a gallstone.
It's in your kidney. The gallstone, what's the gallstone is I don't know where it is, Joe.
You have to pee it out. Did you ever hear that? A gallstone.
No, that's the old days.
No. You have to pee it
No,
out.
no, not nowadays. No, they just laser it and then it comes out like Nestle Quick. It's like it comes out like powder. It does, dude.
Shut the fuck up. Does it really?
Yeah. No, they can do that now. Like back in the day when you had kidney stones, they had to go into your back. They had to like slice open your kidney. It's like you ever like cut up a pepper and you take the seeds out? That's what they had to do. Now what they do, or you had to pass it through your urinary tract. But now what they can do is they just take like a lightsaber, Joe, because I know you're such a sci-fi fan.
Yeah, there you go.
They shoot it at your back.
And it turns into powder?
Yeah, they nuke them. They put on those wraparound glasses, and they can somehow see through your back. They can somehow see through your back, but they can't come up with a fucking electric car that doesn't go more than 40 miles an hour.
They put on the Willy Wonka glasses.
Yeah.
When he shrinks the kid, and they turn.
Dude, can I tell you something? I've never seen that movie.
You never saw that movie?
No, I don't get it. All the references and everybody goes oompa loompa and the whole crowd starts laughing.
It's a great movie.
It isn't, dude. And all the Star Wars movies suck.
Oh, come on.
1 through 6, they all suck.
Oh, stop it.
They don't hold up. Come on, Joe. They don't hold up.
Yes, they do.
They don't.
They do
They
entirely.
don't. Joe, isn't there a band that you really loved when you were a kid and you go back and you listen to them, you're like, ew, Jesus.
Yeah, but that's not Star Wars.
That is Star Wars.
But you were,
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
How old were you? 20 when they came out?
No,
Yeah, I was 3.
I was 10.
I was 3.
right in that wheelhouse. You didn't even understand what was going on. You're probably crying because it was too loud. You little Oshkosh fucking 3-year-old overalls.
Look how mad and unentertained the producer looks right now.
Do we have one? I know. If you could see, this looks like a condemned library that we're in right now.
It's got these bright white. We're in the studio and it's got these bright white hallways, like in fucking Willy Wonka.
But did you see down the hall? They had like that little creepy little lab in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks like
smell that shit when you came out?
Some
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
That's
They're gonna hose us down after this.
That's where all the scientists are. They used to be in the garages and they would invent shit.
That's what they're doing. They're hiding them in the radio stations now.
Yeah, no, they invent that guy in there. He probably just invented something that would save the world, and they all right. They put it on the back shelf. Then they slap him around so he won't remember about it.
Did you ever want to invent something?
No.
Never?
I hate science.
You hate science?
Yeah.
Really? I like it.
I hated the beakers, the IP. I hated the whole thing.
I think I like the idea of science more than actual science. You know, I just think it's pouring liquids together and then they
Joe, you've had a hell of a week. And I think it's starting to affect what you like the idea of science, Joe. Your uncle just passed away.
Yeah.
Okay, my grandmother's stomach was behind her heart. I think it's back where
Dude,
it's
that's
supposed
fucking
to be.
amazing that she pulled through that operation at 100. Jesus.
Yeah, well, dude,
Christ.
don't jinx her, man.
No, I'm
she's
not.
still got 48 hours to get out of the woods here.
No, that's incredible, though. Man. That's incredible. Yeah, and then me and my girl are on
That's a lot tougher than your uncle.
Oh,
Sorry,
boy.
man. It's a comedy show.
It's funny.
What
I'm laughing. They,
Okay, that was.
Oh, by the way, that's the new me. Did you see how I laughed at that? I made a vow I'm not gonna freak out on the show anymore.
Why?
Because I freaked out last month, and it got weird again. I don't want to do that. I want to
Joe,
freak
that's
out.
your hook. That's like Jimmy Walker says, I'm not going to say dynamite anymore.
I know. But I'm nipping it in the bud now before it becomes synonymous with me. Like, oh, let's go see the freak out guy. I got to stop it now. Because Jimmy Walker let dynamite go on for way too long.
Why? You know what you like? You like some bimbo girl who shows her titties in the first couple of movies and then decides she's an actress.
Yep.
And doesn't show her titties anymore.
That's
and you're
it.
going to be out of work, Joe.
That's it.
You know what you're going to do? You're going to be doing opening clubs. You know, like when they have like those little dance clubs, and you go down there and you cut the ribbon. I remember that guy. That's the guy who used to flip out on that show.
Mr. DeRosa, would you do the honors, please? We give you the scissors of the city.
No, I'm not talking. I'm talking about the next time Zanzibar opens up.
Yeah, it's over, man. I'm gonna try not to freak out. I'm gonna just try to be more of a sport about stuff. And I just said sport. Yeah, man.
You really did.
Fucking idiot.
I'm actually trying to be nice to you because I actually had some people in the Sacramento show was like, oh, man, it's so funny when you get under Joe's skin and he flips out. And I was like, yeah, it's kind of, good part of the show. And I'm like, I'm not being mean to Joe, am I? And the guy's like, hey, you're kind of being mean.
That makes me feel really good, actually.
What, that somebody feels bad for you? That another man...
that I wasn't, it makes me just feel like I wasn't being completely crazy. I'm not saying it was all you. I'm saying it was both of us. It was you being mean, it was me being sensitive, And, whatever. So I'm going to try to be less sensitive, and you're going to try to be less mean, and there we go.
Joe, you have to go with what works. I'm an asshole.
You're not. You're a good man.
But I mean, in order for me to entertain, I have to be an asshole.
I think you're a good person.
Because I don't know anything, Joe. So if I'm not being a dick, then, you're really just taking... I'm like a mime, and you're taking my white gloves away from me if I can't be an asshole.
You're a good man. Come on, dude. I don't like when you talk about yourself like that.
Joe, can we get into what the hell we want to talk about here on the show?
Right. I'm sorry I was taking a minute to compliment you there.
I know. I really am. I don't know how to take that.
Jesus Christ.
If you insult me, I'm fine with that.
I know. All right. Oh wait. So the first thing we were going to talk about was the chick, I thought, right?
Yes, that's what we were going to try to talk about.
Yes. So what
happened, Joe? You were on your
It was on Love Street last time.
I was on Love Street, see?
Yeah. We're just having problems, man. We're on a little hiatus. We just got to that
Joe,
point.
you know what? I did a sitcom about 10 years ago, and we're still on hiatus. Hiatus is a word that people use when they don't have the balls to say it's over.
I don't know what to do, dude. I love her. I want to try to work these things out, but I mean, we're just fighting like crazy, man.
Let me ask you this: How are you psyched that you're by yourself right now?
No, it's making me sad. But here's the thing, dude.
You don't look sad.
Well, what am I going to do? Walk around all day with a fucking weight on my head? It's like, OJ was out golfing before the murder trial. It's like, what the fuck are you going to do?
Now, you on coke right now? You're doing a lot of sniffing.
No, my nose is itching. What the fuck was? Oh, so I love her, dude, and I want to make it work with her, but it's just not working right now. So what are you going to do? You got to just, I don't know. I'm rational enough of a man or a human being to say, all right, we're not getting any forward progression right now.
What happened? You were doing great.
I guess it started going on around the time of the last show, and we just been fighting like crazy about everything, man. And there's just all this tension, and she's had a lot of career changes, and I've had a lot of career changes, and we've both had some family stuff going on, and I think it's just coming into the relationship and making it really hard to just be with each other.
It's all vague, Joe. You haven't told the listeners anything.
Okay.
You sound like you're selling a bridge or some shit.
Well, you remember, I went
a great view. It connects two boroughs.
She got a new job. Okay. That took her out of being basically a waitress and working nights in the same schedule as me to having a 10 to 6 where she had real responsibilities and real daytime hours. That fucked up our hangout time because when she's getting off work, I'm going to work. Her weekend nights are free. Mine are booked with shows.
Were you intimidated as a man?
No, nothing like that.
Saying they always see that on those fucking chick shows.
No, nothing like that.
Guys can't handle me. They're just intimidated. It's like, do you ever think maybe you're just a cunt? Does that ever, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
of course it never occurs. No, it never occurs.
If after the 50th guy you think is intimidated, at some point.
I hate that whole attitude. Men can't take it from me because I tell it like it is. No, you're a fucking bitch and you're not fun to be around. I'm not saying that about my girl. I'm just saying women that say that. But I don't know. So
kind of hoping you would, Joe, to kind of add some spice to this segment. You're really just going Oprah on me here.
Yeah, I love her, and I just...
No, look, our social life got fucked up, and there's a lot of tension, and we were just fighting all the time, dude.
Did you hit her?
No, stop.
Did you think about it?
No.
Never?
No. I actually thought about hitting myself, though. Did you ever get so mad? Did you ever want to hurt yourself a little bit because you get so mad at yourself? Or you get so
I think
down
about
on
killing
yourself?
myself every fucking day, at least 7 times.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm about 2 weeks out from being a cutter. I'm about 2 weeks out from sitting at home.
No, I would never
with
do
a fucking
that.
razor blade.
Because then you're just crying for attention. I'm going to do it, dude. I just got to figure out the right thing.
Fuck that. You can't reap any benefits if you kill yourself.
You know what I want like an old school death, like a 1920s death, like to have like a potted plant fall off me from fall on top of my head from 7 stories up.
You can't, dude. You got to.
A couple of gorillas hoisting up a grand piano.
You got to commit. They call it suicide. That's what you got to commit.
What is that?
It's what Owen Wilson did. You half-ass it right up to the fucking edge of the cliff, and you make sure you stay alive. So everybody's going, "Oh, poor Bill."
So what do they call that?
I call it suicide.
What is that?
It's like like you tried.
Suicide.
Yeah, you didn't really do it. You just kind of
suicide.
You just vaguely sort of,
You alligator armed it. You went for a butter knife rather than the steak knife.
That's right, dude. You get all the fucking benefits. They're bringing you flowers.
How would you do it?
if I was going to kill myself or if I was going to almost kill myself.
Yeah, 'cause some people go out like a man, blow your brains out. It's like, that's really inconsiderate. You're creating a mess.
I would do it with pills either way because it's
gay.
painless. It's painless.
I know.
But I would do it with
Don't point at
pills.
me.
If I was going to do it if I was really going to do it, I would do it with pills. And, I'd just go somewhere and not tell anybody where I was and take the fucking pills and that'd be it. But if I was going to just kind of do it, where I wanted them to find me, I'd take the pills that immediately call you or somebody else and be like, I just took all these fucking pills. And then, they'll rush over just as I'm dozing off and rush me to the hospital and I'll be fine.
So you do the supermodel thing? I like those people who kill themselves, and it's bad enough you're going to kill yourself, then they add they choose a horrible death.
What do you mean?
Like somebody that'd be on a cruise and they just jump over the side.
Yeah, and you wouldn't die from that. You'd have to just sit there.
Then you either got hypothermia or something starts nibbling on your foot. Dude, the second your right side as you go, because you're going in some way awkward. Like there's no way your feet are hitting first. When you go to kill yourself, man, that's just the way you jump off.
Yeah, it's just a log. First you're going to belly flop into the water.
Your bicep hits first. That's the first thing that hits the water, right? The nape of your neck. It's just totally awkward. The second you feel that, it's just awful. It's just right then you're like, oh, God, why did I do this?
And then as you're trying to drown, the piece of driftwood hits you in the fucking head. A jellyfish stings you. It's just all little. Yeah, it's like a Keystone Cop suicide. Nothing's going right. All
of that. The guys, they go to light themselves on fire.
Dude,
Jumping to your death?
No, that's the worst one ever.
Dude, I want bam, over. I don't want fuck!
Yeah, I'll never understand the jumping to your death thing. I think that's crazy. I think, dude, fire. Jesus Christ. Oh, here's a good one. Car in the garage. I do that.
Car in the garage? That's creepy.
Why?
I don't know. There's just something creepy about that.
You just go to sleep.
Dude, you know what you do if you really want to be considerate is you put a bunch of makeup on yourself like one of those kabuki broads. You know what I mean? So you look good when they find you. Your face isn't all blue and shit. And then put on a little clown makeup. Then you take your pills.
And then
and then you doze off. What about that guy from Boston? He took a couple of hibachis and put them in his bathroom and lit it. And then just laid down.
On the hibachis?
Not on the hibachis. Oh. No, he just lit them.
And what did that do?
You know what? I am so glad you said that.
Why?
Because I was sitting there like, what? You just put... No, the whatever that shit is.
It's the same thing with the car? It's the same principle?
Yeah, the Coles, the Kingston... The Kingsford, that's all toxic. I guess that's why they have chimneys, Joe. I thought it was because he didn't want to get it all smoky because that would make your eyes water, but evidently it can kill you.
I like the smell of that Kingston charcoal, too. That'd be a nice way to go out.
Dude, I love it. I used to go to Patriots games. We'd get so hammered, we didn't light the fire right, and we'd put the meat on, and the fire would go out, and we'd be so shit-faced, we'd be spraying lighter fluid back onto the Kingsford over the burgers, dude. And you'd be so hammered. You know that I got to eat something hammered? You could literally taste lighter fluid. It was like you were eating poison.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, dude. Man. Oh, it was brutal hangover. Used to ride over there in the back of a landscaping truck, and this dude used to drive underneath low-hanging branches.
I used to, when I was in college and I used to smoke weed, we were so desperate to get weed, and you're in college, so you're broke, so I'd buy weed from anybody. And, for $10, that was all I could afford, was, my last $10 for weed. And so many nights, dude, I was smoking weed that you could just taste the can of aerosol that some guy sprayed on it. Like somebody dumped Lysol all over it.
God.
So it smelled like that fake piney smell, so you'd think it was good. You're just smoking it and seeing spots and shit, but you didn't care. You just...
I can't picture you doing that shit.
I can't. It's weird.
I look at you and I just see you drunk.
Thank you.
So what happened, man? I thought I was going to get some emotion out of you, man.
With the girl?
Yeah, you broke up with her. You're like, it sucks. I love her, and that's it.
Dude, you want to hear an emotional story?
Yeah.
A friend of mine lives in Sacramento, and she drove me from the club back to the hotel the other night. And we're sitting in the car, and she goes, so what's up? What happened with you and your girlfriend? I didn't even know you had a girlfriend. Like, what happened? And I go, well, we were together for 8 months, and, I really loved her, but then we,
Oh, he started welling up?
Yeah, and I just stopped, and I go, listen, I can't talk about this right now. I'm going to start crying. I can't talk about this. And she was like, oh, my God, you're so cute. You're so cute. Oh, that's so sweet. And I was like, I have to go right now. I'll see. Because she was like she thought it was so endearing that I was going to cry.
You should have taken your dick out.
I tried to jam a finger in her.
Did you?
And she slapped me. And then no. And I just got out of the car. Dude, I couldn't, dude. I literally had to get out of the fucking car, and I ran up the steps.
That's how you get over them. It's in that moment when you get choked up, and then there's the other female, and she's feeling bad for you. What you have to do in that moment, it's weird, is you have to take your dick out. Okay? Listen to me.
I'm listening.
So it's weird. So now you're getting blown and you're crying, and it's like the two emotions passing each other in the night, like a couple of ships that don't see each other, or that metaphor that I don't really know how it goes.
I think that was it.
And then you pass over into I'm banging chicks and I don't give a fuck. But I'm telling you, dude, if you're crying about this is anybody listening to the show, I'm telling you this is true. If you're crying about your ex-girlfriend while getting blown, the second you come, that's it. You have no more feelings for the other one.
You just shoot it all out?
That's it. You never saw that movie Ghost?
That happens, right?
That doesn't happen, but it's the same philosophy. Speaking of which, you see Patrick Swayze has pancreatic cancer?
Dude,
wow, this is really a gloomy first fucking hour, Joe.
That's the most dangerous of all the cancers.
I'm so sick of people who aren't doctors saying that.
It is, though.
I know it is, and everybody knows that. People, that's one of the most dangerous. You see, the pancreas is like the...
Is there any way to survive it, or is that it?
Well, his people are trying to say that he doesn't have a bad... somehow he has a light version of it, and they caught it early or whatever. He's fine. He's undergoing treatment, and he's still considering other projects. I think they're just trying to sign him up for another Dirty Dancing. Wheel him on.
Considering other projects, there were no projects. They're talking like he's De Niro. When De Niro got colon cancer for that, don't worry, he's going to keep working. He's don't you
wish you had the balls to just take yourself out and something like that?
What
you
know
what I mean? You get pancreatic cancer, you're going down. It's over. You're going down.
Dude, straight to Thailand. That's where I'd go. Straight to Thailand. No rubbers. Having fucking orgies. Thai hookers. I wouldn't give a shit. I'd do it all.
Dude, you can do that in this country. Where they weigh more than fucking 30 ounces.
That'd be it, dude.
Why would you want to go over there with those
If I knew it was over
stars.
in a month, I'd try to catch AIDS. I'd be like, how hard could it be? Let's put it to a test. Because I'm going out anyway.
Where would you go?
Where
would you start?
I would just start fucking hookers without a rubber on. That's it. And just see how long it would take to catch it.
Yeah, let's say you don't have any frequent flyer miles. That's the first place you go?
Yeah.
Trannies?
Well, not even trannies. No, I don't want to fuck a tranny. That idea doesn't excite me, despite previous discussions on this show.
Yeah, that was a little weird, Joe. I kind of blew right by that.
I don't want to have sex with one. But no, I would just go to regular hookers, like the bathhouses, the joints, the Asian joints. I'd just start trying.
Just come walking in there with like open sores.
Yeah, and just see who. I know a guy.
It's funny. I bet you still wouldn't get it.
That's what I'm saying. I would just be like, let's see what happens.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's really hard to get.
It is.
Because all my friends are fucking animals.
Dude, I don't know anybody that's got it.
Dude, we're just jinxing ourselves right now.
I know. I actually got a little, freaked out.
Yeah, we shouldn't say that. You guys need to be responsible. And we also have to be responsible, too. We were supposed to take a break 5 minutes ago. You're listening to Uninformed. Bill Burr, Joe DeRosa. We're going to be talking about Dubai this episode, try to learn some shit about that, and with Maz Jabrodi as our guest.
It's Uninformed with Bill Burr and Joe DeRosa.
Hey, everybody, we're back. Uninformed. Bill Burr and Joe DeRosa here. Taping out in beautiful Los Angeles.
Yeah, yeah. Los Angeles.
You enjoying it out here, Joe?
We're in the sunniest city in the country, and we're in the darkest.
Oh, this really looks like a radio station from the early 70s, and there's absolutely no energy in this fucking place, which I think our first part of this show conveyed, and I'm going to step it up.
I'm ready. I'm ready to step it up.
That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Hey, I forgot to say this shit. So I called my grandmother as she's about ready, getting ready to, try to not have her stomach behind her heart.
Sure.
So obviously she's 100 years old. This is like, this could be the last time I talk to her. So I want to make sure I say everything that I have to say. But I come from such an emotionally shut down family.
Sure.
This is basically how the conversation went. It basically went, she just answers, hello. And I'm like, hey, Grandma, what's up with your grandson, Bill? She's like, oh, how are you? And I go, yeah, how you doing? She's like, not so good. And I go, all right, well, I just want you to know, I didn't know what to say. I was like, I love you, and I'm saying a lot of prayers for you. And, I know you're going to get through this. And she just goes, I know if I known I had a great life.
Jesus.
Dude, and I didn't know how to end it. And I was just like, all right, then take it easy.
Jesus
I
Christ.
guess if there's something after this, I'll see you. Dude, and it was like, it was just weird, man. I come from a weird family. Like, I'm going to be sad when I see her. I'm not sad on the phone. I can't fucking emote on the phone.
I have a hard time with that, too. Talking to my cousins today was really hard because you're just doing the, like, hey, buddy, if you need anything. I just said to him, I go, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I don't even know what to say to you right now. I can't fathom what you're going through, but I'm here for you. I love you if you need anything. Because what else can you say, dude? My grandma...
I got to beep. I got to take this.
On Christmas Day, my grandma... I was talking to her on the phone. My grandfather died in August.
Uh-huh.
I was talking on the phone, and I go, hey, Nan, how you doing? Merry Christmas. And she goes, thank you, dear. And I go, how you doing? And she goes, well, it's a rough day. It's not a happy day,
This is on Christmas.
Yeah, she goes, it's very hard. Because it was her first Christmas without my granddad,
Oh, God.
And then I go, well, Nan, I understand everything you're going through, and my heart goes out to you. I understand what's happening to you right now. And she goes, well, Joe, if it's never happened to you, I doubt you understand it.
Which is so true, but it's just like, he's going to be like, you know what, you fucking old bag. I don't know what to say. What am I supposed to say here? Okay, you're right. I don't know what it's like.
Yeah, that's a real,
Jesus
like, you
Christ.
know what, then fuck you.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. That's such a douchey thing to do to somebody. They know, but I mean, I don't know.
I was furious the whole day because of it. It's fucked up my whole Christmas. Honestly, I was mad.
Did you curse her out? Like to yourself?
Oh, I was screaming about her at my parents. My parents were upset, too. They were like, she shouldn't have said that to you. You don't say that, man.
I'm just picturing you in, like, Christmas turtleneck sweater. I'm trying to say I feel bad for her. Just crying with a Nerf hoop right behind your head. Oh, yeah, dude, it's brutal.
Yeah, dude, it was...
My dad calls up, and he's so emotionally removed. He doesn't know how to deal with anything, so all he does is just talk in medical terms.
What did he say?
Yeah, basically, she's got a bilateral concussion of the temporal lobe, and what they're going to do is they're going to make an incision, and they already got an FO tube going. He starts using all this terminology. It's like fucking watching like the nerd version of MASH, and it's just like that. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about, but I grew up with you, so I understand that. I get it. We don't know what to do. She's going to die, or maybe she's not going to die. What am I saying? She made it through.
She made it through, dude. She made it through.
Yeah, there's like 2 more days we got to worry about, but it's just like, I mean, I don't know how to fucking sit. You know what it is, dude? I can't sit here and act, I just got to be like, maybe, I don't know. The whole thing is first of all, it's unbelievable that she lived as long as she's lived.
It's incredible, dude.
Yeah, how much she's seen, and dude, iPods were wooden. No. She basically, what's killing me, dude, though, seriously, is this having just paid another huge fucking chunk of taxes. Okay, and I've been telling you to watch that Freedom to Fascism documentary. Yeah, where they basically are showing how income tax isn't even legal. It's just voluntary tax, how the Federal Reserve is just a group of bankers, and the IRS is the agency that, that's like their bouncers.
Right.
They come out with their little headsets, pull up in that black van.
Yeah.
As you try to hide behind the desk you bought at Staples.
Yeah.
And try to grab some receipts out of that fucking trash can. But this is what kills me, man. So let's just say, for sake of argument, my grandmother grosses $1 million in her lifetime. Okay? And, whenever she passes, and so already they took half of that.
Right.
Okay? Now, say somehow she was able to invest and you make $500,000.
Yeah.
They come in when I didn't realize this. When you die, you can't just give like money out to people. They take half of that. So they would have taken 500, then another 250.
So they got 75% of her money.
They will.
The Dude, it's unbelievable.
75, half of what you made, and then half of whatever you saved.
It's unbelievable.
So basically, dying a rich person is very stupid.
Dude, you can't. Yeah, it's pointless. It's pointless. You can save all the. I mean, it's really incredible. Like when you see what they do to your money when you die. It doesn't matter how much you amass during your life and how much you save. When you're gone, they're getting the bulk of it.
Dude, but what kills me,
it's not going to provide any real security.
Yeah, but what kills me is, according to this thing, is it's not the government. I used to pay it, going like, all right, this sucks, but this is for the roads. This is for, the bus system, the subways, you know what I mean? This is so they keep Abraham Lincoln's head shiny at the Lincoln Memorial. I had no problem with it. Well, but now I'm finding that you already pay taxes for all of that anyways. You pay 40 cents a gallon on gas. This thing, dude, it had, like, you'd have to be the Rain Man to remember all the taxes you're paying that you don't even know about.
Right.
Forget about, property tax and all that crap. And then they have this income tax on the top. Dude, it's the way... Do they even control, like, how you spend your money? Like, say, every year, like, I have a chunk of money left, and I have two options. Either I can stick it into my SEP IRA. What I want to do is I want to pay down my fucking mortgage. But if I do that, then they're going to take, like, Elvis taxes on it. But if I stick it into my IRA, they're not going to fuck with it. But where does that money go? It goes down to Wall Street, into the corporation. So they're making money off of my fucking money.
Well, what is the, like, I don't understand, though. This is what I always get confused about.
That's all based on a documentary I watched 8 months ago and no follow-up research whatsoever.
What is the, but I don't understand, if it's not the government, what is the, that's the part that confuses me. How do they function legally?
I guess they were basically, they're a group of bankers. You're going back to, like, the Rockefellers, as far as what I can remember from watching documentaries and nodding off.
Right,
reading Wikipedia. It was basically like the Rockefellers, J.P. Morgan, those kinds of guys. What they did in, like, 1907, right around the time my grandmother was born, right? What they did was they created a panic in the banks. And they started this rumor, which I don't know how the fuck you did it back then. Where you said it to a guy and you slapped the ass on his horse and he took off screaming frantically.
Well, they were all, no, the way you did it back then was that the banks, this is actually the reason, this is true. This is the reason that marijuana is still illegal in the United States, because after Prohibition, they were going to re-legalize marijuana as well as alcohol, and they didn't, because back in those days, it's like the banks and the newspapers were in bed together, like 100%. So that's what yellow journalism, that's how it became so strong, basically, was because they had basically all the major finance in the country behind.
Joe, I'm trying to talk about what I don't know anything about. Can I finish with that first?
But I'm saying that's what they did. They had the papers
they'd
on
have
their
the papers
side.
To it. Oh, I get it. Well, so basically, they basically started this rumor that this one bank didn't have any money left. So it caused a run on the bank. Now, obviously, they're always loaning out money, so if everybody goes down there, they don't have enough money to cover. So it caused this big fucking panic. They had to basically shut down the banks, and everybody was freaking out. And what these guys did was then they moved him to the government. They said, hey, you should just have one bank for the government, and they somehow convinced them that they're going to print the money. They print the money for this country with interest. Dude, I'm so fucking stupid. I don't even get what they're doing. I just know that they're making a ton of cash. And then, like, 8 years later or something like that, they snuck in this income tax.
Why can't the government just print the money, though?
Well, you know who's the last guy who tried doing that, Joe? Evidently, it was John F. Kennedy. He tried. I swear to God, dude, I'm not making this shit up. He tried, and that man was. He printed like $1 billion, like $4 billion. He was going to try to do away with those guys because then,
didn't John Lennon write a song about that?
Yeah, huh? And there he is. He's gone. Dude, all I'm saying is, Joe, this is the thing about this stuff. Like, seriously, people listen because everybody thinks I'm a fucking whack job when it comes to this, except for a few guys who actually send me these things, like a funny thing happened on the way to the moon and that type of thing. But it's like I'm not one of these conspiracy theorists who believes in, like, George Bush is an alien or blah, but I definitely believe, like, there's, dude, when you watch, like, these fucking little hacky dictators, like, when I look at dictators, they're like open mic, like Pentagon people.
Yeah.
So, they're just sloppy. They got to shoot people in the streets and all that. We got it so fucking down, or they do, that they just have this system in place.
Well, it's like the real gangsters. Like, real gangsters don't broadcast it. It's the douchebag that runs the deli that's always running his fucking mouth. You know who the fuck I am? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like we talked one of the first episodes of that. Like, the war veteran who actually saw action doesn't talk about it. Then the guy who's slicing up potatoes, he just, he starts splicing together Rambo movies that he saw and just puts himself in as like the lead character.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. That's funny. Yeah, the dictators are the or the loudmouths, but the real guys, you know, they're wearing the suits. They're at all the fucking fundraisers.
Well, I think,
you know?
like, I don't know what's going on. Obviously, I really just think that the corporations, they basically took all the mob scams. Like, if you go to Vegas, any of those old dealers out there, they say it was way better when the mob ran it, because all the mob did, they just took the gambling back then. Don't you remember? I don't know, because I'm going to show my age here, Joe, because I don't remember this, but people used to go, you go to Vegas, man, you can get a steak for like $3.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I went to Vegas was like 10 years ago, and you couldn't, maybe down Old Vegas, you could get one.
Well, we were talking about that, dude. But even, I was just there the other week, and I went to one of the famous Vegas buffets, and they're supposed to be like $8 or whatever. It was fucking $30.
Yeah, it's $30.
$30. And
no, they take everything. Dude, I've talked to guys, they lose like fucking ridiculous amounts of money. And back in the day, man, you did that. They give you like a bottle of Crown Royal and a hooker. Go up the room and sleep it off. They didn't give a shit, right? Now they don't even comp you on rooms sometimes when that happens. So that's brutal. That's like been like the basis, dude, of like so many of my absolute freakouts. When like I had actually yelled at one of those. What the hell do they call those idiots there who search you at the airport? TSA or the whatever the hell they are?
I call them the security.
I call them cunts, Joe. I'm going through security, right?
Right.
Okay, I've done this a million times. I know what the fuck I'm doing, right? I get everything off. Everything's great. I go through that and then, sir, we need to check your bag, sir.
Yeah, of course.
And they take out a thing of toothpaste. Tom's main toothpaste, no fluoride, because I'm true to the show, right? So I go, it's toothpaste. You can't have any liquid or gels. And I go, it's toothpaste. Well, we consider it a gel. I'm like, it says paste on the side of the thing. And she's like, well, you can go back if you want to. I go, what, uncheck my fucking bag? Like, I didn't drop the F word. But,
well, you're a bigger man than I am.
No, dude, I'm not going to do that.
No, I do. Dude.
No, you don't. You don't drop the F-bomb to those $8 an hour people. Because they'll take you in the back room. And
I'll
then,
tell you a story when you're done with your story.
Oh, am I boring you?
No, I'm saying I'll tell you how I react.
Oh, I thought it was some passive-aggressive thing.
No,
hey, dude, whenever you finish.
Whenever you're done, Bill.
Yeah, whenever you can get around to it. No, but dude, I don't know. I've just realized, like, that's the new thing with, like, corporations, dude. They're having you do the fucking job more and more. You bring a rental car back, you got to write the gas and the mileage down. It's like, dude, I don't fucking work here.
It's ridiculous, man.
I saw my brother, like, literally took the keys as he got out, and the guy's going, sir, and he just fired him right at the guy's chest. He goes, I'm not doing it.
It's ridiculous, man. I got tied up in security at the airport the other day, and, you know, the gray tubs that you put your shit in?
Yeah.
They were so off their game that the tubs were lined up all the way to where they come out of the conveyor belt. Yeah. With people's shit that they were, like, doing random checks on. So everybody's all backed up in line. My shit's sitting there at the very top of the line. It had just come through the machine. And I'm like, all right, I can't hold up the line because these fucking morons can't do their job. So I take all my shit out with my laptop, and I walk over to the table at Burger King. I put my bag down, and I put my laptop on top of it. Brand new fucking laptop. It slides off my bag, just boom, bounces off the floor. Because these fucking morons, if they had their shit together, I would have put it in the bag when I was supposed to, and I just go, fucking cunt! Like that. It just echoed.
I was going to say, there's no way you're in a terminal. There's no way you didn't get the echo. Off those linoleum floor plates.
Yeah, dude, but it's ridiculous. Nobody does their job. It's absolutely absurd. Dude, I've had meltdowns. I had a meltdown in, I think I already told this story on the show, so I won't tell it again, but I've meltdowns at the customer service desk in Best Buy. I've had like 5 of those. Dude, my thing is, they just don't do their fucking job.
No, not the idiots, dude. I'm talking about how now they're making you do it. I was in Arizona, and they had these new things. You go to the grocery store, they want you to check yourself out.
Right.
It's like, I went to college. I'm not fucking checking I didn't get divorced. I'm above this fucking job. Have somebody else ring up my bananas.
That's funny, man.
And you know what I love is that they only have 2 of them. They just have 2, just testing, just trying to get you used to it at first. Kind of like they're just putting microchips in dogs. Like that shit isn't eventually coming our way. Right. So they can fucking laser you from outer space. Yeah. Half the shit that we're probably talking about here, just to fuck with us.
Dude, it's over. It's over. We're in bad shape. We're in really. You've turned me on the conspiracy theory stuff. I used to think you were a wacko, and I've totally come to your side.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, I have no idea what the fuck they're really doing. These are obviously just theories, but I'm just saying, my thing has always been, I don't know what's going on, but I know it's not what you're telling me. That's it. I'm not saying that there's fucking aliens and, I don't know, pick one of those complete, the flying saucer came out of the ocean. I'm not talking about that shit. I'm just talking about how they ease you and they just slowly turn the screws, and these fucking idiot people are standing there checking themselves out.
Well, look how much corruption there is. Just take it from show business. Just start there. We're in show business. Look at how much corruption and dirty play goes on just amongst...
At this level.
At just this level of show business with guys that have marginal power, marginal authority, and marginal money compared to real rich people.
Right.
And then just take that up 20 notches.
Yeah, but somehow if you have like an American flag waving behind you, then all of a sudden that these guys actually give a shit about you. They don't. Like, I've never felt more expendable than when I go through airport security. The Marines aren't there anymore. Remember after 9/11? It was fucking great. They had a couple Marines there, They got
guns.
the M16. They had the goddamn bayonet there. It was great. It was like, great, good.
That freaked me out more, though, to be honest with you.
I loved it.
Because I
wanted a guy with, like, with that gun where you got to feed the bullets into it. I wanted a Jeep in there. I wanted the whole thing. And anybody remotely with any sort of fucking, I don't know.
Yeah, you
anybody with flip-flops, you fucking train the gun right on them.
One of those guys with the curled up Jesse Ventura cowboy hat from Predator that's curled up on the sides.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want a couple of those guys from Apocalypse Now. Those guys who were hanging with Marlon Brando when they left the program. That's what I want at the airport. I don't want. This is what it finds. Like when you're in the cities, it's pretty much like black dudes, Puerto Ricans. When you're in like Nebraska, it's like some 80-year-old white dude and then like a 30-year-old white guy or a white girl who still has like braces. Like they finally got money for like orthodontics.
Yeah, everybody's annoying. Anybody that works that job, whatever the race or culture is, it's just fucking infuriating. And then also too, this is what I hate too. I was on the plane. I think I texted you about this. There's nothing worse than when the dumb cunt stewardess on the fucking airplane does the announcements in like a funny way.
Oh, like Southwest.
Yeah, and she's just sitting there, like the one waitress, stewardess, she goes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a non-smoking flight, so you're not allowed to smoke. And, on second thought, just don't smoke. It's bad for you, and I care, so, just don't do it. And everybody's laughing. They gave her a fucking round of applause at the end of the flight. And
Now, didn't you have, talk about airline safety, didn't you have the urge to just kick that cockpit door in?
Yep.
And just for the sanity of the world, just fly that thing into the ground?
Yep. Yeah.
Just sacrifice. Dude, you would have been a hero. I would have fucking figured out how to carve you out of marble with a mic stand and a flag behind you. I would have put it up right down in front of the Comedy Cellar. Say, this man is a hero. I would make that Vietnam memorial with your fucking name right across it. Joe DeRosa.
I want to be sitting in the chair like Lincoln.
That's another conspiracy theory I have.
Huh.
If there's a statue of you and you're not a musician or an artist or that guy who came, Orville Redenbacher, you did something dirty. You're crooked.
Who the hell's got a statue of him that hasn't done one of those things?
Who hasn't done what?
Who's got a statue of them? Who has a statue?
Oh, like you ever go to these towns and they'll have like I was just in Arizona, I'm in Scottsdale, and they had the guy, holding his 1800s three-piece suit with his Robert E. Lee, I'm a racist mustache.
Yeah, I just invented fried chicken suit.
No, not that. I just murdered the entire Apache village where I'm standing, and now he has, and then they're going, oh, the great William Prescott, Scottsdale, Arizona, whatever.
I agree with that. I don't trust anybody in an iron plaque. If your face is on an iron plaque, it better be at McDonald's. This is the guy that started it.
Yeah, and you died because you fell in the fryer later.
Yeah.
Then maybe. No, even like in New York, that Cooper Union, you know where that is, Joe?
Nope.
Right down there in the village.
I don't get out much, Bill.
A couple blocks east from the old Triangle Shirtwaist Fire.
Nope.
No, you don't know that shit. Remember I used to annoy you with that shit? I used to walk around New York City for our listeners out there, and I used to just point out buildings and just telling you historical facts. Just do it first because I really thought you were going to find it interesting. Then I found out it annoyed the shit out of you, and I just couldn't stop doing it.
You're one of those guys that literally, like, I'd meet you in a building.
I like history. I don't like science. I like history.
We'd have to meet somewhere in a building, and I'd walk in, and you'd be like, this plaque over here, I mean, this is really incredible. It says that this was built in the 1840s,
I did that. I did that in the XM building.
Yeah, there was a belief that oil was here, but it turned out there wasn't. But that's why it's called the oil building.
And the guy who invented Raisin Bran actually had a cubicle right down the hall. Dude, I did that out here. Like in one of this is what a nerd I am. I actually went to go fax something one day, and they had all these old pictures of Walt Disney in this place. And I'm like, why do you got all this? And it's just, this was his original studio.
That's cool. I like that.
Well, there you go, Joe. It's just a little bit different. People leaping to their death on fire because someone threw a cigarette butt into a shirtwaist bin.
I like entertainment history, but I don't care about this is.
So you watch what, the E Network?
You know where they invented belt buckles and shit like that.
Dude, I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad, but I can't watch those. I can't watch those other shows.
The E! True Hollywood Stories. I love those fucking things.
No, I just kind of stay away from E anyways. Everybody has the exact same shaped head.
Well, E is really has become like a real tabloid network. It's a shame because E used to be kind of cool.
Joe?
But it used to not be like that. It's become very.
When John Tesh was there, had a little more credibility.
Was he there?
With his cowlick blowing in the fake wind.
He was never on E.
He was.
No, he was on Entertainment Tonight.
That's E.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
Entertainment
it is.
Tonight.
What do they both start with? All right, we're going to take a break.
Jesus Christ.
He wasn't on that? Joe, you know what? I'm proud that I don't know that. What do you know about that? What do you think about that?
I know, really, it's embarrassing that I know that, actually.
Yeah, actually, he was on this one. Did you used to eat it, watch it while you ate, ice cream because you were in a bad mood?
Yeah, I'd put my slippers on and my robe.
You really used to watch that shit. You listened to Frank Zappa, you watched John Tesh, and you didn't watch sports.
No. I never watched John Tesh. I used to watch E, though. I used to watch the E Network. I used to like it. They used to have, cool, shows on it. Well, I'm trying to think. Talk Soup was a great show. That's still a great show.
But that's on the E! Network, though, Joe.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
So that's what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
So Entertainment Tonight...
No, I'm saying I didn't
became the E! Channel.
Okay.
In the 1700s, Joe, there's a plaque right in the bottom of this building
I know.
that talks about it.
Jesus Christ.
So, Joe, what the fuck? Let's get back to the little conspiracy thing. I don't know, man. This is one of these shows I wish was a live thing. Is there anybody out there who is organizing a group? Because there's no way I'm going to be the guy who organizes the group that says, let's stop paying income taxes and not...
No fucking way.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, how quick before you get whacked?
They won't whack you. They'll just put you in prison. That's all they're going to do. They're going to just put you in prison.
No. That's just if you evade taxes. But, I mean, if you actually start to have a movement that actually is generating some sort of power, that's when, they just stick the piano wire right across wherever you go rollerblading.
Yeah, I don't. Fuck that. I'll pay the taxes and not worry about it.
First they ignore you, then they laugh. Well, then they fight, and then you lose. Isn't that the Gandhi thing, Joe?
We're just not big enough to do it. Companies...
I lack the charisma.
Corporations can get away with it. Some corporations.
Oh, dude, you know what I wanted? I wanted to bring in this email, which is just classic of people like myself who have a little bit of knowledge, and we just go off on stuff. We cannot express our opinions in any sort of intelligent way.
No.
This kid actually wrote me this email telling me this. I think it was a listener telling me to watch Freedom and Fascism, not knowing I already did it. He goes, "You got to watch this, man. It's fucked. The government's just fucking taking our money, right?" And the whole point of it wasn't the government, right? So I wrote back. I go, "Dude, it's not the government. It's a group of bankers." He goes, "Whatever. I'm just saying. They got us by the fucking balls." So it's like, there's your spokesperson. Just some guy up there dropping a bunch of F-bombs.
Yeah.
I saw that earlier, a long time ago on CNN when people were protesting the Iraqi war. It's just do you always have to get the guy up there, what is that song? Get your motor running. Those guys.
Head out on the highway.
Yeah, you got to get that guy to get up there.
Dude, I used to do a joke about that in my act about how protesters are always comprised of hippies and punk rockers. And I cannot think of two worse groups of people to protest anything. Because the hippies, hippies never bathe, and they're going to tell you to change your life. And they're like, Bush is a fascist. And it's like, dude, you smell like cat shit right now.
Yeah.
Are you aware of that?
Yeah. The overwhelming stench of your body is really killing your point right now.
And then the punk rock kids this fucking fascist regime. It's like, well, surely you listen to the Dead Kennedys. You must know what you're talking. You know, the worst. It's never guys in suits.
Can I tell you something, Joe? The only difference between them and me is I bathe.
That's it. That's it.
And I like to think I listen to a little better music.
You don't have pins on your jacket. That's it. That's the only. Only fucking.
Yeah, but
difference.
Joe, this is the. But you said you came my way a little bit. Do you understand what I'm saying when I look at this shit? Where I'm just like, you know, when I worked in a warehouse and they told me I was going to get a 50 cents an hour raise, and I get there and somehow it's only 15 cents, and they fuck with you on that level. I just don't get people who just have 100% trust in like all these guys, like that whole, like, you know, Democrat, Republican, all that. Like, you just start reading about, like, that Bill DeBurr group. If you read it, I think we have to take a break here, because we're pre-recording this goddamn thing.
We do. So
why don't we talk about when we get back?
Wait, no. We have a few minutes. Actually, if you don't want to.
How are you telling that?
Because I have a clock here.
Is there a sundial?
We took the last break at 27 after. It's only 49 after right now. So we have a little time if you want to keep. We have about. Okay, Danny, just edit this fucking babbling out right here. Can we pick up on something? Well, let's do Halliburton before Bilderberg, because it makes sense. One leads into the other, and Halliburton did the tax evasion thing. We were already talking about that. Oh, so you want to talk about Halliburton? Yeah. Okay, so I think we should do that before Bilderberg. Where is a good place to pick up right now? This is like fucking goddamn just say geometry here. Just say... Oh, well, you said, have you been reading about this Bilderberg group thing? Don't say that. Say, have you, like, let's talk about the Halliburton thing. Because the Bilderberg, we don't have to fake lead into that. We know that's what we're talking about. I probably shouldn't have said anything. We should probably just leave this whole fucking thing in right now, just so people can understand our process. By the way, everybody, this show is pre-taped. We never said that at the beginning. We never get out in the number anyways. Who gives a shit, all right? Well, anyways... Let's get back to the that topic. The whole thing. I just said we don't have to fake lead into it. So I don't give a shit if you don't care. I really don't give a shit. Let the listeners know the process. This is like people who watch uncensored Big Brother on Showtime on demand. Yeah. My fucking girlfriend is watching that just so she, rather than like, so now she can hear the curses. All they do in that Big Brother house is just sit there and whisper like, I gotta get fucking and she actually wants to hear the F words. Oh God, I would kill myself before I watch. That show sucks. Show sucks. Absolutely, Joe. Anyway, so Halliburton. This was the whole thing. Was that? Well, this is why I wanted to talk about, like, not necessarily because everybody beats up on Halliburton, but it's like literally like when I was talking about that, you know, someday, you know, whatever amount of money, Joe, you're able to save up that you don't spend on scotch and broads, right? You know, at the end of your life is already be taxed 50%, and what do you have? Whatever you have left over from your bastard children from whatever waitress in Wisconsin, all right, you go to give it to them, they take half of that. So, I mean, it's bad enough that they're taking it like that, and then you see like these corporations, they're all going over to like Dubai now. There's this weird thing going on where it's like. I actually read about this. Believe it or not, Joe, I'm not just winging this. I was reading about how Halliburton, you know, their headquarters was in Houston. And right now they're under investigation for tax evasion. Right, yeah. Which, of course, how can you evade it if it isn't fucking legal? Which I'm thinking they know. They just have the money to fight it. You know what I mean? Yep. And then they're also under investigation for overcharging the armed services. Charging, you know, the $18 for a hammer. So you know what they did, Joe? They're under investigation. They moved their headquarters from Houston to Dubai. And, of course, their defense is that they need to move to Dubai because it's an Arab boom town. Excuse me, their defense is that they went over there because that hemisphere, the Eastern Hemisphere, is the market that's more heavily weighted toward We went over there to concentrate on interest in the Eastern Hemisphere. Now, Joe, I know you're not the greatest at geometry. Can you tell me where in the world the Eastern Hemisphere is? You don't even know what they're doing. They're so goddamn big. Well, it's the Middle East, isn't it? I mean, isn't that what the Eastern Hemisphere is? The Middle East, dude, is the Middle East. But I'm saying it's called the Middle East. There's Asia, Middle East, Philippines. Well, the Eastern Hemisphere, that just depends on where the fuck you're standing. It says right here, to oversee Halliburton's intensified focus on business in the Middle East and in energy-hungry Asia. So specifically the Middle East and Asia. All right, the quote I read was the Eastern Hemisphere. You just really kind of just killed that for me. That's all right. But here's the thing, it's like... It really isn't. I was on my tree stump, you just knocked me off. Do you like, that's the thing. Do you root for these guys and you go, fucking A, they beat the system, they did it, they figured it out, and they're making it work and whatever?
No.
Or do you go the Hillary Clinton route where it's like this is a disgrace and they should be investigated and yada yada yada?
No, there's a two-pronged answer there, Mr. DeRosa.
Okay.
One, all the rich guys fucking over the people in this country was bad enough, okay? But it happens. It happens in every market. So, I mean, and I think out of all the countries, they do it the best here. Like, there's no, I don't get this shit kicked out of me, and there's no vans pulling up, arresting me for no reason. So I'm not bitching about that. But, my thing is, now they're leaving, that scares me.
Why does it scare you, though?
Because I always thought in my head that at the end of the day, they're still Americans.
Right.
So they still give a shit about America. Now you're fucking leaving. And this is my conspiracy theory, is they're just going to, eventually all the corporations are going to leave. We're not going to have any jobs really left, okay? We're all going to be sitting there going to Fridays with chips in the back of our head, using like Visa cards, or whatever the fuck they give us. And they're just going to leave us with like a 1-800 like service number. There's going to be no government. Like, if there's a polar bear swimming up to your apartment, press 1. If Snake Plissken is crawling out of a manhole, press 2. It's like, what the fuck are they doing?
Well,
and I don't give a shit what Hillary Clinton says, because her and all those other assholes were going like, oh, we're gonna stop this war in Iraq. They're not, dude. They're a joke. Republicans and Democrats, dude.
Dude,
it's
a big farce. But I mean, but that's my point. It's like maybe they're just moving. Maybe Halliburton is just going overseas and saying, fuck you, fuck your income tax laws or whatever that we don't believe in. If we go over there, we get to keep more money, and we're going over there. So whatever. They're still keeping their home base in Houston. They're not changing that. They're just moving their primary headquarters to Dubai. I mean, they're still going to have functionality.
But you know what? Because this is why, Joe. Then they should stand around and start something to fight it. They're actually saving themselves, saying "fuck you" while they're under investigation for overcharging our military. And you see all those kids over there complaining that they don't have the right kind of equipment. Not only do they have the right, maybe they'd have a little more money if these guys who are allegedly doing this, if they're actually doing it. Man, that's criminal.
It says Halliburton was responsible for $2.7 billion of the $10 billion in contractor waste and overcharging in Iraq. It's a lot of fucking money, dude.
Yeah, it's like, dude, how big? My big thing is like, I don't give a shit that there's people running me, because obviously I think I've proved more than enough with half the stuff I've said in the show that I can barely manage myself. There's no way that I need somebody governing me. But, like, it does get to the point, dude. The last 10 years is the first time I've just really been sitting there like, how big does your fucking yacht have to be? Like, I feel like when I get on the airplanes and they've mushed the rows like another inch together, and you go to put your tray down and the guy in front of you leans back, and it's a little,
That's so funny, though, dude, because, like, I'm the same way. Like, I want to be independent. I want to be a free thinker, but I really need somebody to tell me what to do.
Oh, some overall parental figure? Totally.
Somebody's like, go that way. Just walk that way. Okay.
Dude, and my thing is, I don't mind if you gotta fuck me. Just don't go balls deep. And that's what I'm saying. That's what they seem to be doing.
The airlines are the worst, dude. It's too many. Yeah. Anyway. All right.
Is our guest just showed up, Moss?
Yeah, he's here. We're ready for...
So when we come back to Uninformed, which is basically two jackasses talking about shit we don't know about, we're going to try to actually learn something about half the stuff that we just brought up. Dude, it's too bad we don't have our phones, because there's a bunch of people who just want to call us up and tell us what idiots we are, or maybe agree with us. But we're going to be coming right back. We're going to be talking about Dubai. So all you truckers, get your globes out, get that hooker off of you, and we'll be back with Uninformed.
Uninformed with Bill Burr and Joe DeRosa.
All right, we are back. Uninformed with Bill Burr and Joe DeBrosa.
DeBrosa?
I almost was thinking that and our guest, Maz Jabroni. I started that again. All right. I'm not going to do it again. Whatever. I fuck up a lot in this show. We're back, and before we went to break, we were talking about Halliburton moving to Dubai, which I got to admit, dude, I had no idea what this place was, where it was from, and where it's at in the world, until I saw a piece on it on 60 Minutes, and I I was telling Maz as we came in here that I don't know, it just kind of freaks me out that these guys are going over there. First of all, before I get going here, why don't we just introduce Maz to our audience? Maz Jabroni.
Yeah,
I say it right. I always want to say Jabroni because of The Rock.
The Rock.
Very funny comedian. You've been doing the Axis of Evil tour, which is it's like what you, Ahmed,
Aaron Cater, Dino Bidala. It's just like four Middle Eastern comics, doing a tour
around the country. It's basically blue collar, but from the Middle East.
Yeah, basically.
Now, have you run into a lot of racists out there? Where, I ain't gonna go see them fuckers.
You know what? We actually, when it came out on Comedy Central, I went online to kind of see what's been said, and a couple guys. There was a couple like conservative blogs. Like one guy, I think it was the Sean Hannity blog page or something. Somebody was blogging and asking the other people on the page, "Would you go see these guys?"
Jesus.
And some of them were just like straight up like you just said, like I ain't gonna go see these Arabs. But some of them were just like they kind of skirted the issue by saying, I don't like my comedy to be political. I just want.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's
Dude, what's funny about that though? If you actually are a terrorist, this is one of the greatest like covers ever.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what do they usually do? What did the you're tapping that network?
Yeah, they usually do stuff like they get their student visas and then they hang out and they get jobs at the gas station. It's kind of quiet, sweeping the floor.
And the big thing is they pray like 3 times a day. They look to the east, is it, or something like that?
5 times a day.
And then the big thing is that day when they go to the strip club. That's when you know something's going down.
That's
right?
when it's going down. When they're shaved, when they finally shave and go to the strip club, you're like, oh shit.
What is the deal with the shaving?
The shaving is I have no idea. Maybe blend in, I suppose. I guess. But until then, if you're not gonna blend, I guess those guys shaved going into the guys doing the 9/11 thing. They all were cleanly shaven and ready to go.
Oh yeah, trying to look like they worked for Verizon.
Exactly.
They were cell phone
Just a couple of
salesmen.
engineers.
By the way, I want to personally thank Maz because I've done a couple Axis of Evil shows with him, and we've also done some Arab American Comedy Festival shows together and a whole bunch of different stuff. And I am as absolutely ignorant about this stuff as you are, even though I'm part Arab, and he has completely indulged me.
You are. He's like the black guy who grew up all around white people,
right.
And he's into like Judas Priest.
I am the Alfonso Ribeiro.
Yeah, that's the name. Yeah.
Of the fucking Axis of Evil.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's cool, man. So
But,
you guys have been going around doing that tour. Interestingly enough, speaking of Dubai, because that's what we really want to learn about on this show. Like, because I threw that reference out, I think, every night on stage. And there's always that voice in the back of my head going, Bill, you really don't know what the fuck you're talking about here.
Yeah.
But
they've been there a million times.
What is...
Well, I like the fact that, like, I'm the expert. I've been there once for 5 days. But I'm the expert. On this show, I am the expert.
Dude, if you you listen to that last segment, dude, how stupid did we
it's great.
sound?
I love it. It's perfect.
We read a page on Wikipedia. That's all we know.
Yeah,
So compared to us, dude,
And
you're
we're
like,
suspicious.
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't you be? No, it's I went there. We went there. Actually, we did the tour, and part of the tour was we went to the Middle East. So we went to Dubai, we went to Egypt, we went to Jordan, we went to Beirut and Kuwait.
How did it sell when you went out there?
It's sold out, man.
That's amazing to me because if I went on tour with like 4 other white guys and I went to like, Michigan, there's a bunch of white people already there that wouldn't be like special. You know what I mean? I would think you're going to where you guys are a dime a dozen.
Well, you would think, but
that to be like,
yeah.
We finally get an American show and they're sending us more Arabs. We got a million of them.
We already got them. No, you know what was crazy was I think the problem was this is what I learned. Like I'll be honest with you. Like I was born in Iran. I grew up in America, and I know that Iranians. There's a lot of Iranians back there that are very hip. They're very modern.
Right.
They know it, like they love the West. I went back 10 years ago and there was guys with like, Shaquille O'Neal jerseys from the Lakers and just like, they just love the West.
Right.
They get the films, the internet, all that. But
the NBA West or just the West?
Basically,
okay.
they're big fans of the NBA West only.
Okay.
But not the Philadelphia Sixers, they hate. No, but it was funny. So I knew that. But then I forgot, as like an American, you get a little paranoid as well, living here and seeing the orange alerts and the red alerts and all this crap.
Right.
And before we went on this tour, I actually went and saw that movie, The Kingdom.
Right.
Which was about Jamie Foxx and a bunch of FBI guys who go to Saudi Arabia to investigate this explosion. And like, they're just walking down like a regular street and all of a sudden like, it looks like there's a lady with her kids and everything looks, pleasant until like some like Arab dude who looked innocent a second ago pulls out a bazooka out of his ass and starts shooting at him. So I went and saw that. I swear to God, yeah. And I swear to God, after that, I swear I got on the phone with Ahmed. I'm like, maybe we need security out there. Like, what the hell? Like, I started freaking out.
Oh, I think I don't think I can't go over there and be kidnapped and I'm wear that orange jumpsuit and get my head sawed off.
Yeah. I'm always afraid I'll end up in the back seat of the car with the blindfold on.
Which is so arrogant, like we're worthy of being kidnapped.
Exactly.
Well, I almost did a tour that was going to go to Dubai, it was going to go to Egypt, and I guess possibly Iraq or some other places. But did
you book bananas in Poughkeepsie instead?
Yeah, exactly. Rascals popped up, and no, but they had it was not an all Arab comedy tour. It was just
regular tour.
Diverse, whatever comedy tour of different people. But they had a 9-man security team to go with the tour at all times.
See, that's what's funny. It's like we have that in our head, and we really think we need, like you said, like you think we're going to be a target. And, whatever. It could, if it happens once, that's all you need. Then you're like, holy shit, maybe I did need security. But we got on the phone. Our first stop was going to be in Jordan. And we got on the phone with these guys in Jordan.
I'd be terrified.
Well, these guys in Jordan had like the number one like Western music station, and they're like they talk like this. They have a slight accent, but they like, hey, what's up? Like listen to Western music. We got on the phone. We're like, guys, maybe we need a security team. They go, listen, guys, if you had a security team, you're going to draw more attention than you need, like than you would without it. And he's like, people don't care. Like, no one's gonna be after you. He's like, don't worry about it. And when he went over there, and really just all over, whether it was Dubai or Egypt or even Beirut, I was like, it's people are living their lives. No one's bothering anybody. Of course, if you go to the wrong neighborhood, you're gonna.
What about like a howdy-doody looking white guy like me?
You'll be fine. Well, like listen, man. In first of all, in like Dubai, there's a lot of Brits, there's a lot of Australians. You'd blend right in.
Those fucking Brits are everywhere.
Yeah.
That empire still exists.
Yeah,
they walking around with their little shorts.
Oh yeah,
dressed like they're on safari.
Yeah.
I always picture British guys in like South Africa and places like that. They're always dressed like Thurston Howell.
Yeah, tally ho.
Yeah, tally ho. Yes, they're still running things over here.
Yeah.
Even though we gave it back to them. Well, something as far as like my thought. The second you said you grew up in Iran, I'm kind of judging your age. I know you're a couple years younger than me. Like I'm picturing you outside the American embassy.
Yeah.
When they took you were over there when they took him hostage.
I was 6. Yeah.
You were 6?
I was in charge of getting the 6-year-olds. They were like,
is that what you did?
Yeah, you go get the 6-year-olds.
Now,
Yeah,
I had an Iranian cab driver try to tell me that was just sort of this little thing down the street and none of them gave a shit. And I'm like, really? I think we almost blew up your country about that. He's like, nah, it's just the students. They held like 40 Americans hostage for a year. Like, how big a deal was that over there?
Well, I was here at the time because I'd already come to. I was before, like it was.
I
after
thought you
the
just said you were over there.
No, I was 6 when I left when the revolution.
You
happened.
were kidding. I thought you were serious when you said I had to go get the 6-year-olds.
I was kidding when I said.
I thought you were serious.
Oh, you thought I was serious? They're like, Muzz, you're in charge of kidnapping the 6-year-olds.
I thought I just pictured you running into a school. Like,
no, dude. No. We left America. We left Iran when I was 6. I was actually like around 8 years old, and I was living in Marin County. I was a kid.
But that was so
when the hostage thing happened. I was actually in America by then. But the fact is, what you just said. I mean, and this is the case anywhere. It's like when something happens that's newsworthy. Obviously, when it's covered, and like you look out and there's all these people, the rally and protesting and stuff. You think, oh, the whole country is on board with this thing. Well, the fact is, a lot of Iranians weren't on board. What happened was, with the whole Iranian Revolution, was that a lot of Iranians didn't like the Shah because the Shah, was this king who kept the power, et cetera, et cetera. So all these different factions came together. So you had like the communists and the socialists and the Muslims and all these groups that were opposed to the Shah came together. Mm-hmm. And this friend of mine was describing that like they all were ecstatic to be opposed to the Shah. The Shah gets overthrown, and he goes, for a few days it was like utopia. Everyone was like, wow, we got our freedom. We can do what we want.
Right.
And then he said a couple of days later, like you'd be walking down the street, you see some guy be like, how you doing, brother? And the guy would be like, I'm doing fine, comrade. And you'd be like, wait a minute, the brother's a socialist or Muslim, the comrade's a communist, and then they all start going against each other again.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Wow, so that's why you guys left.
Well, we left because of the revolution.
Bill, they were gone already.
We were gone when the whole
he said he was there. He was 6, and then he said he was over here. Dude, I'm not a smart.
No, but the thing what you were saying about the
I was just really listening to that. It was like the beginning of a Chuck Norris movie.
yeah, exactly. But no, what you were saying though about the whole. But what you're saying about the hostage thing, it's funny because I think a lot of people like it was a group, students always, that they, that's where a lot of like, the thoughts of the, revolutionary thoughts are always in like universities and stuff. And there was these students that did it. And it's funny because a lot of people just don't hate America as much as you would think. I mean, they don't at all. Like they love, like a lot of Iranis love the West. Like this dude was just telling me that he recently went there and traveled on his own, and he said that his family was like, "Oh my God, you're gonna get kidnapped, this and that." And he's like, actually the Middle Eastern culture is very hospitable. So he was saying people were like inviting him over for tea.
Halliburton would kidnap him just to keep the unrest going.
Yeah.
So they keep overcharging the army for those toasters.
Yeah.
Well,
it's all on Wikipedia, Joe.
Here's I would agree with that. I mean, I'm not saying this in like a stereotypical way, but I mean there are no nicer guys in New York City than any Middle Eastern guy. Like running those delis and shit like that, which is where 90% of the Middle Eastern guys in New York City work.
Dude, what are you talking about? That guy around the corner is a fucking asshole. That guy you come... Okay. When you go into, I don't want to blow up where the hell you're living, but when you go into that deli late at night, that fucking cunt...
Dude, he says hi to me every night. He's delivered...
Not the guy behind the register.
No, the guy that makes the sandwiches.
The egg sandwiches.
Yeah.
That's because of the way you look. That motherfucker. I tried every technique with that guy.
Dude.
He was like slinking down.
Yeah, sorry he's not ecstatic to be working the midnight to fucking 8 a.m. shift at the goddamn
go
deli.
Take some night courses.
Where?
Strip. There's a whole bunch of other things you can do. Dude, every fucking time I tried to break the ice with the guy. Hey, how you doing? He's just like, he always make it seem like he just cleaned the grill. And he was just about ready to get off.
Can I get mayo? Fuck that. I don't want mayo. No, give me mayo. He's got to sit
there. Look at you. You got a little solid area about your culture that you don't know anything about.
Have you thought about the...
oh, shit. Okay, I'm outnumbered here.
Have you thought about the bitching approach? Like, you should bitch to him, like with him. Be like, fucking life sucks. And maybe there he'll commiserate.
Dude,
like,
you know, like when someone's just looking at you, they give you this look where you just don't have any sympathy. You actually have the thought, I'm glad you make breakfast sandwiches at 3 a.m. for drunk people who didn't get laid. I'm actually glad you have that job. That's how much a fucking cunt this guy is.
That's funny.
So they're not all nice, Joe.
They're not all nice.
Let's not do. There's a nice mixture of cool people and assholes in every race. Okay?
Obviously, but I'm saying 90% of the guys I've met in the delis are the nicest guys ever.
Joe, you know what it is? Because you're half Arab. They see it and they're trying to recruit you. They're trying to recruit you. That's what they're doing. You would be a major trophy because I see you coming in with your westernized loafers, to get you to join like a terrorist cell. All right, so anyway, so what the like Dubai is basically it's part of the United Arab
Emirates.
Emirates. Yes.
There's 7 Emirates. It's kind of like they're like it's funny because today it was on NPR. They're talking about they're known as city states.
Yeah,
they're like small, like imagine like it's just like 7 states, but they're so small they're almost like 7 cities. Really, that's what they are. And so there's these.
Can you drive from one end to the other like Ireland in a day?
I don't know if it would. I don't know how long it would take to get to all of them. I know that like we actually drove from Abu Dhabi to Dubai and it was like an hour. So Abu Dhabi is like the capital, and then there's Dubai. And then there's a bunch of others that I don't know the name of.
Hot, that just sounds hot as hell, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Is Dubai the only place that's set up the way it's set up as far as the amenities and everything like that, or does Abu Dhabi have some of the...
Abu Dhabi like has a lot of money too. There was just today in the Fortune, it was in the Forbes, I think, Forbes magazine, like just they published like the newest billionaires or something, and there's like a bunch of them from that region now. But they said the most increase came out of Russia, India, and China of newest billionaires. But there's a lot in Dubai and Abu Dhabi and that whole United Arab Emirates because what's happening is I learned all this today driving on NPR. I don't. It's not like I knew these things, but
good. That's the way we run this show. I like it.
If you're uninformed, you listen to NPR, you think you know something. And but no, they were saying that because they have so much oil money coming in. They're buying a lot of interest in American companies. Like, I guess the biggest shareholder in Citibank is from the United Arab Emirates.
Well, did you hear that shit that they're building a highway from Mexico right up through Texas up into Canada? This superhighway, and Mexico's going to own it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude,
they're not going to do that.
Every
50 years, there's this story about, like, they're going to build a superhighway.
Every 50 years, how old are you?
But I'm saying...
How old are you, Joe?
How
old are you, Joe?
Watch the old movies.
Watch old movies. Joe, how fucking old are you? You watch the
Who watched Who Framed Roger Rabbit? That's the plot, that the whole Christopher Lloyd bad guys, this whole thing. I'm going to build a superhighway and ruin Toontown. That's the whole plot of the movie. Because there's always some evil rich guy that wants to build... I don't know why a superhighway makes so much fucking money.
Why wouldn't you just fly?
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, that's my thing. What is
it about a superhighway that makes so much goddamn money? What goes on in those things?
Makes no sense.
No, you know, it's a way to control people. Then you get them on the highway, and then you give them nothing but shit food to eat, and you make them fat, and they can't think, Joe.
Here's the thing, and here's two interesting things that I read about Dubai before we get too far off the subject. That lend themselves to the mystique and the conspiracy theories and all that stuff. First of all, it's a city that was built for year-round tourism, it said. That's was sort of the purpose of it. But the modern emirate was created with the formation of the United Arab Emirates in 1971. However, there are written accounts documenting the existence of the city.
I like how we started talking and then just started reading.
Well, because I want to make sure I get this right. There are written documents that supposedly say the cities existed for 150 years prior to that, which is weird. Like that.
Dude, they're setting up the New World Order.
Well, you know
it's
what?
Almost like a secret
Kmart's
city or
going
something.
over there.
No, what it was a while ago. It had like it wasn't this developed. And what happened? Somebody was explaining this to me that basically they got all this oil money because they're sitting on oil. Again, Abu Dhabi supposedly is like sitting on like the second largest reserve. I'm not sure. This is uninformed, so I'll just throw that out. Second largest.
Dude, you don't
reserve.
have to research anything on this show.
It's NPR. So. But listen, these guys. This is what I was told was that they're sitting on all this oil, and the current leaders got smart and they went, wait a minute, this oil is going to run out at some point, and we can't just count on the oil money. So what they did was they made Dubai a place for businesses to come. So there's companies like the banks are there. There's some big computer companies. Even Warner Brothers supposedly is going to be building a studio there. And the idea is to get all these international companies to come there. And
is that why Clooney and all those guys are over there?
I think they pay them to go. Like they pay them to go like to the festival and maybe like give them a house or something.
Because I noticed when I went to JFK Airport, all of a sudden out of nowhere, there's this new sign that says direct flights to Dubai. It's like, what the fuck is with this Dubai shit?
Well,
who wants to go to the goddamn equator?
No, well, that's what
they're
doing.
On a man-made island and be in a fucking high-rise.
What they're doing is, like, one of the things is, I'm pretty sure, one of the things is you don't, like, if you're living there, you don't pay taxes. So, like, for these companies, they go, well, shit, we're going to make a lot of money and not,
that's why Halliburton went there.
Yeah, how much are we going to save on these taxes? So these companies go and they relocate there, and then they get people like Clooney and they get, like, Justin Timberlake and all these people that come out, they throw them loads of money.
Acts as the evil tour.
Acts as the evil tour, bling bling. But no, what they do though is here's another thing they do because they're developing so many properties and everywhere. Like we were there and they were like people kept going like, oh, did you know that Mos Def was here? He bought a house. Did you know that Justin Timberlake came? He bought a house. Like, everyone's buying houses, and I was like, are they really buying houses or are these developers giving them a thing? Going here, have this so I could tell people that you bought a house so others will buy a house.
I can't wait till the fucking tsunami hits and every A-lister gets fucking drowned who's over there.
I'm kind of sad because Maz's educated description of why the city has been documented it's not that cool anymore. I thought it was like a secret. I thought it was like the Death Star.
Oh, you thought it was like a conspiracy?
So, first of all, the guy listened to NPR on the way over here. And second of all, this is just the shit that they're telling you.
Yeah, you're right.
Joe, think of the horse shit that you tell women to get laid and think about the real you.
I tell the truth, dude.
You don't.
I'm real, dude.
You don't, Joe.
I tell the truth, bro.
You don't. Buy a Letterman jacket off of eBay. Act like you used to be quarterback on your team. So what's the most fucked up thing anybody has said to you guys since you've been doing the tour? I mean, that would have been interesting if you guys came up with that idea like in August of 2001.
Oh, yeah, that would have been
you guys
nice,
had the balls to continue...
Well, we were, Mitzi Shore had us as the Arabian Nights at that point. So we had had a friggin' title.
Now, is that shit all offensive to you guys, like flying carpets and all that crap?
Yeah, to me, of course. But I mean, like the Arabian Nights title was funny because Mitzi actually kind of like she at the time I was new to the club.
Did you guys go up to that music? Prince Ali, fabulous he, Ali Ababa.
No, dude, you don't even know. When I first became a regular, I've been doing a stand-up for a year. I wanted to be a regular at the Comedy Store. Heard great things. Wanted to go be a regular. Did my 3. She goes, do 6. Did my 6. She says, do 10. And then I do my 10, and I come off, and she goes, you're great. You're gonna, call in on Monday. And then she goes, why don't you wear the outfit? And I go, what outfit? And she goes, the hat and the gown.
Jesus.
Oh, the turban.
Yeah, and I'm like,
ruble.
Yeah,
was your response yes'm?
Yeah, I was like, yes. No, it was funny. So I was like, oh, okay, sure. And then I walked away, going, well, she's older now. Maybe she'll forget. So I call. So on Monday, I get a call from, or maybe I think I called the booker at the time. I go, hey, so Mitzi said I should call in for spots, and then she's like, yeah, she said you're gonna be wearing the outfit. And I was like, oh.
What do you want? You come in juggling falafel balls?
Yeah, basically like on a camel.
Did you wear it?
No, I didn't. I talked my way out of it. But what was funny was, but basically I let him know, like,
what did you say?
Well, it took me a while to come up with this, but there's actually truth to this. Like if you're doing that, like to the
it's humiliating. That's why I don't want to do it.
Exactly. But the guys in Iran, the mullahs in Iran, like there was some guy here who was like dressing up like them in the Iranian community and doing like impressions of them. And one day while he was doing it at some like event or something, like some supporters of the mullah guys showed up and like threw a rock at him and blinded the guy.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so I told them.
Why does that always happen? Like people in like other countries, like if you just threw an American threw a rock at an American, he'd get a lump on his head. Other parts of the world, even when they're here, like it's just the most horrific thing.
They have
good aim.
sharp
They hit
rocks.
the eye.
Sharp
They hit the
rocks.
eye.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So that was your excuse, was I don't want somebody to blind me with a rock.
Well, I said, this is the truth too. I said, look, my dad's living there. I have relatives there. I said, I don't want to like be doing this and word gets out that this guy's making fun of these guys, and then they go and fuck with my dad. And this is true. They would do something like that.
What'd she say?
And they were like, okay, fine. And then, so then I thought, okay, forgotten. And then as the show went on, and she saw me doing my thing just as a regular comedian and talking about my background, but not in the outfit. Like a few years later, she was very supportive, and I thought she'd totally forgotten about it. She's like, you were supposed to wear the outfit. You never did. She's sharp, man.
Oh man, she wanted you to have like the catchphrase and all that.
Right.
What would your catchphrase be? What would be a great catchphrase?
Yalla habibi.
Yeah, see, I don't even know. Dude, all you have to do if you have a beard and you're from another country is just say, what a country, and I'm sold.
Country, yeah.
You know something?
Alakazam. What if it was that?
Alakazam.
The United States, you want a cheeseburger? Alakazam. You get a cheeseburger.
I don't even know what that's from.
I don't know. It's like a genie expression, isn't it?
Alakazam. I go with that.
I'll grant you 3 wishes.
Yeah. That would be like, have material based on that.
Your wish has been granted.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one. What would your catchphrase be, Bill?
Mine, I don't know, be probably some sort of, I was just trying to think how that's interesting, how like say with Irish people, I guess, do they find leprechaun? I'm from Massachusetts. I don't give a shit about Ireland.
I have a great one for you.
Like, do they get offended by like the Lucky Charms box?
No.
Like they're too shit for
I'm sure
remember.
there's some Irish group that probably wrote letters of complaint. There's always some group. Every group's got that group of
Well,
guys.
I remember I offended. I was working in a dental office way back in the day, and the hygienist was Pakistani, and me and my ignorance, that movie came out with Robin Williams. What was the name? Aladdin. And I said to her, hey, did you see Aladdin? And this fucking look on her face, she's like, no.
That's
no,
funny.
I didn't. And I was like, because I thought,
Pakistani. You said Pakistani.
Oh, fucking whatever.
Dude, he's sharp with that. When I was backstage at the Axis of Evil show, I felt like such an asshole because I said Iranian. And he goes, it's Iranian. And I was like, wasn't just a matter of pronunciation. He goes, no, actually, it's just Iranian. And I go, well, what about people that say Italy? Like, I'm Italian. He goes, you wouldn't say Italy. It's Iranian. It's like, well, that's the last time I'll do these shows, probably.
That's how you try to get out of it? Well, people say my country
I just was so scared that he thought that he was going to think I was an idiot. I really was, Buzz. I was scared, and I was just trying to convey that it was just an honest pronunciation mistake.
It's funny because like I'm not like snooty about it at all. It's just that Iranians for the longest time, when we first came, like we got so much shit. And it was a lot of people going Iranian, and it was the guys going like goddamn Iranian. So it was kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
I
hear you.
So you're just like, I
never did it ever again after.
Do you remember when you first came over here? My brother actually bought this 45 single. This was after the Iranians. Is that how you say it?
The Iranians.
Damn Iranians.
Yeah.
Took over the U.S. Embassy, and you know that song, Barbaran, ba ba ba.
Yeah.
They were actually singing bomb 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 bomb. Iran. Do you remember that?
Well, what's his name just did that? John McCain just did that on the campaign trail. Did you see that?
He did?
Yeah, you guys didn't see the clip?
He what? He played that?
He sang it. He didn't play it. He sang it. He was at a talk.
Dude, that guy.
Jesus Christ.
He wasn't like passionate about it. He was it's on YouTube. He was at some like speech he was giving, and some guy stands up, some old guy's like, hey, so if we get, if you're president, are we going to go ahead and take care of Iran finally? Or some like stupid question. The guy asked some question like that, and McCain's like, oh yeah, like that old song, bomb, 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 bomb Iran. Yeah. And then he went on to his speech, and like people made a big deal out of it.
Oh, so yeah, it's kind of a context thing?
Yeah, it's kind of context. I mean, but
dude, that guy reminds me of Martin Sheen's character in The Dead Zone.
Yeah.
Birds are away, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Birds are away.
Who did he play in The Dead Zone?
He played the politician.
That he has to kill or whatever?
Yeah, because he realizes he's going to end the world. And then he basically ends it by when he goes to shoot him, Martin Sheen holds the baby up. Martin Sheen has so many great movies. Did you ever see The Incident?
No.
You got to rent that, dude. It's like basically it's like he's like 18, 19 years old. Well, probably like 22, playing like an 18-year-old, and they take over. Like I think it's the 1-9 train up in Harlem, right? And it's the funniest fucking thing because they take over the whole subway car. Like a young Jeff Bridges is in it, and there's literally 20 minutes of dialogue between stops. That's like half the fun. It's like, what, are they on the Long Island Railroad? They're like on the express train.
All right.
But, I don't know, nobody saw the movie and you were watching TV halfway through and you left me fucking hanging. It's a good movie. I stand by it.
The Supreme Court of Comedy, and I'm sorry, it took my attention.
What is the Supreme Court of Comedy?
It's something from the Laugh Factory where they have Dom Herrera as the judge. That's all I know. I just saw Dom Herrera as the judge.
That's funny. What is it, TBS?
I guess so.
Okay.
I know. I just was trying to figure out what it was.
Well,
I saw
Joe?
Sinbad choking a
Joe,
guy.
you can be honest and just say, Bill, your story sucked.
Yeah,
and I started
don't give
looking
a shit
around
about
the
the Martin Sheen movie. I've never been a big fan of him. Whatever.
So let me ask you. So going over there, you go over to Dubai. Now, we're all. I'm a paranoid maniac. So like, what the fuck is going that you could tell?
You would, well, first of all, it's just like they are like, it's very westernized. I mean, you would, like, if you guys wanted to stand up there, you'd kill. Like Russell Peters went over. A lot of people go over there and do well. And just the whole Middle East in general, like, again.
Russell Peters. Now, did everybody from Saudi Arabia show up? I mean, what did that guy play? Do they have to, like, put him, like, 9 miles out in the ocean?
No,
he's Indian, isn't he?
Yeah, the Indians. Yeah, he's all the Indians.
Dude, he has all of Asia.
Yeah.
All of Asia.
Well, that's what's
he
crazy.
He doesn't need to go to Seattle like me at the end of the month, Joe.
Yeah, right.
That's
Russell Peters doesn't get sent home on a Sunday.
No.
That's what's crazy.
Oh, that hurt.
Oh, you got sent home on a Sunday?
Sent home like a... No. It was basically I had a guarantee and I did them the solid. I sold fine Thursday, Friday. Oh, Friday, Saturday. I haven't been there in 2.5 years. Here come the excuses.
Oh, in Seattle?
And then no. I was in Seattle's a real town. I sold out all those shows,
I know
motherfucker.
You did.
You fucking.
I know you did.
You fucking Iranian and half Egyptian sons of bitches. Look, you trying to take me down. No, Sunday night. Dude, it's Sacramento. They don't,
Oh, Sacramento, forget it.
And and Brian Regan was down the street, so that just sucked up any sort of.
It's like a
the
ghost
50
town.
people I was gonna draw dwindled down to 9
That's
because
funny.
he's way funnier than I'll ever be. There, I said it. All right.
I said it.
But Dubai, what was crazy about Dubai for me when I saw it, it's funny because everyone's talking about, the best, tallest building, this and that. And it's great. I mean, whatever. They're building all these buildings. They're building them too fast. I'm sitting there going like.
That's why I wouldn't want to go up. And it's built in sand, too, literally, like the old expression.
Yeah, I'm like, you can't. I was like, because there was actually a couple times we were in hotels and like you try and get the hot water and it wasn't working. And I'm like, okay, whatever they did, they rushed to make the fastest built building ever.
You're on a movie set.
Yeah, exactly. So there was that. And then the other thing was, listen, man, it was cool. It's very international, so it's great. But one of the things was because there's been so much building, is you don't feel like the essence of the people of that country as much as like when we were in Beirut or Jordan, like you feel that those are the people from that country. Here in Dubai, you go into nightclubs and you're running.
So it's like Fort Lauderdale for.
It is. It's kind of like it's like a Vegas kind of the.
Wow,
of
it's
the
really
Middle
losing
East.
its mystique right now. It just kind of seems like they'd have like those Hulk Hogan cutoffs. With these colors don't run. whatever the Dubai version of doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was all elite and it's kind of.
I actually thought of a fun-filled fact, Joe, that's going to annoy the shit out of you about buildings.
Go ahead,
Do you know
Bill.
the Chrysler building, when that thing was built, I think it was the Woolworth building. They were battling who was going to have a bigger one. The Chrysler building said they were done. And then whatever building it was downtown, they just built it another story higher to be the tallest one. And the second they were done, the Chrysler building, they put that antenna up. They pushed it through like
That's
a fucking
hilarious.
cartoon and they beat them.
Good for them.
Well,
Isn't that a great story, Joe?
Yeah, that is. I actually enjoyed that. Seriously.
Oh,
I'm
you
not
did?
kidding. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like that. I like any dick move like that. Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, just kind of put that little
Our
cell
antenna
phone
goes
antenna.
up.
That's supposedly going on in Dubai right now. They have the world's tallest building being built called the Burj Al Arab, and so it's being built. And there's a building in Russia, I think in Moscow or somewhere, that's also competing. So the Dubai guys stopped, supposedly. They're waiting for the one in Russia to be done so they can top it, like you were saying.
Dude, you know what I hate too? And then there's going to be some feminist group out there saying that it's a big phallic symbol.
Yeah, right.
Like you're building it like it's this big cock. That I just wish they had dicks to realize how fucking stupid that is. It's like, no, dude, if we were having a fucking bullfrog race,
dude,
I'd want my bullfrog to win. It's
I saw,
race. What the fuck am I talking about? You know what I'm saying?
I saw that play, that new David Mamet play, November. And
Jesus Christ, Joe, can you rub your chin as you bring up this next subject?
I'm actually kind of tickling my balls a little bit right now. But no, there's a great line in it. Nathan Lane plays the president, and his speechwriter is a lesbian, and they're arguing at one point, and she's like super feminist lesbian, and they're arguing, and she goes, "If I was a man, I'd take you outside." And Nathan Lane goes, "If you were a man, I'd have a burlap sack over your head, and you'd be beaten to death. Don't you get it now? You got a free pass." And it's the greatest fucking comeback to that argument. Like when women go, "Oh, I wish I was a guy." No, you don't, because.
Well, that's why I'm kind of hoping Hillary gets elected, because they said if women ran the world, there'd be no war.
Yeah,
so let's
fucking
see.
Right.
She's more bellicose than Barack.
I just don't like her kitchen TV set head.
Yeah.
Just a little fucking 8-inch screen.
She annoys the shit out of me. She really bugs me.
If I would never hit a woman, but if ever I was gonna, it'd be a nice uppercut.
Hillary?
Oh, just to watch those jowls move. She'd be wearing like a pantsuit, doing that phony, that wave and that smile. I was over her when she came to New York, and she shows up. I was always a Yankee fan. She had a brand new Yankees hat. The fucking Yankees won the World Series 4 times when her fucking mother and hip husband was in office. She never went to any of those celebrations. She never brought it up.
Of course she didn't. She's a lying rag. She sucks.
She's a cunt.
She sucks. She is. She's a fucking cunt.
The other guy's a psycho.
Is that going to get us killed for just saying that?
No. The other guy's a psycho, and then you got like Barack, and it's
I want Barack to get it. Look, and I've gotten so much shit for this. I was bummed when Giuliani dropped out. I really was. Giuliani was...
Giuliani, you know why I couldn't deal with Giuliani? Because he always had to have his eyebrows up when he was making a point. Like,
But he got us through 9/11. It's like...
No, he didn't.
Oh,
He
Jesus
did not.
Christ, Joe.
What?
You really bought into that, didn't you?
You bought into it.
What did I buy into?
What did he do? What did he do, Joe? Did he go over to your house and go, Joe, are you okay?
As a matter of fact, he did, Bill.
Are you okay? Just making sure.
He was the mayor. What was he supposed to do?
What do you
I don't know. I like Giuliani. Giuliani did a lot of good things for New York, and I don't see why he couldn't take that to the next level.
I don't know if you heard about this.
Look, I'm just breaking his balls, but the guy, he was the shit during that. But, half that stuff cleaning up New York City, that was actually the police commissioner who he conveniently fucking got rid of.
But you heard about the walkies and stuff, right? The walkie-talkie, like a year or two before, they're like several years from the World Trade #1, the fire departments and the police departments, they said these walkies that we have are outdated. We need to update them and stuff. And they just the city hall dragged their feet, and that was one of the things with the communication that was they were having difficulty communicating that day.
Right.
Some of that stuff was coming from Giuliani's office, dragging their feet and not actually stepping up. So there's been criticism against them too. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but dude, where the fuck is? How can you break a guy's balls for not being ready to have 2 jet planes?
Of course,
flying into skyscrapers,
of course,
and then to have them detonated.
I don't know. And, I like the guy. The fact that New York City is literally one of the safest cities on the planet right now, and a lot of that work came under his.
Joe, you're an elitist.
No, I'm not.
That's where you live.
No, I'm not.
What do you think happened to all those crackheads in the hall? You just pushed them to the outer boroughs, dude. You did gigs in outer boroughs. They're a mess.
Yeah, but the point is, it's getting better, and it's leagues better than it used to be. Whereas Philadelphia,
I know it is. It definitely is,
and
I will give it to him, Joe. But that's not because of him.
Well,
whoever that police commissioner
that
exactly. There you go, Joe.
It happened under him.
If you're on a show and the headliner kills, does that mean you're a great comic? I don't think it does.
But then what's Hillary's track record for me to say
she blew a president? I don't know why
you know what
she's.
I mean?
Yeah,
what's
I don't know.
Barack's track record? That my point is this: Giuliani has some semblance of something where I can go, okay.
Barack for me was the one guy who actually opposed the war in this whole election, and that's why I like him.
Right. All
Dude,
right.
and you
okay.
think if he gets in the White House, he's going to be able to stop it?
That's my thing.
I'm not saying he can stop it, but I'm
He's
just
not.
saying. But I'm saying at least, you know what? I'm saying at least, even Hillary being in the Senate, her own husband Clinton came out like a couple days before and said we shouldn't go to war until we really have a coalition. He came out and said that in an interview, and she was in a position to actually say that and actually vote against it, even though it was going to pass
I don't
anyway.
trust the Clintons as far as I can fucking throw them.
Of course
I just
not.
think that they're scumbag. Dude,
They're in
I'm
the
the guy.
Bilderbergs.
I always vote third party. I always vote for that guy people say is crazy.
I don't
Ross
vote.
Paul.
Ross Perot,
Ross
I never
Ron
vote.
Paul, and you listen to those guys. They're the only guys talking about greed and how out of control these corporations are. No Republican or Democrat ever says that shit. Whoever gets to any sort of level of prominence.
Yeah, of course not. You're not going to be able to because once power corrupts. So once you get to a certain point, if the guy's in a position to win, then he's got his hands in with somebody. You can track everyone to someone. That's.
Dude, I think I'm voting this year. I'm done.
I will never vote. I will never vote. I think it's a complete waste of time. I think it's all bought and sold. I really, really believe.
Do you
that.
think they count them?
No.
That's what I always thought was hilarious. Like I just thought about that one time. You're standing there in the booth, especially when you really hate the other candidate and you vote against them. You're like, yeah, take that. And then you walk out and they make you. There's the whole show of it where you pull the curtain and it's all done in secrecy. And
This is my theory with it. I think it's this. I think they know who they need to get into the White House to be the appropriate face man for what needs to take place. Now, once in a while, usually that lines up with the consensus of the public. I think. Once in a while, somebody gets in there and things get a little fucked up, i.e. Bush starts losing credibility and starts losing good public opinion, and they scramble to try to do their best with it, and it gets fucked up, and everybody's walking around going, the president's an idiot. Or, once in a while, a guy gets in there that's going, I'm not going to be your pawn 100%, I'm going to play him by my own rules a little bit, i.e. Kennedy, or Lincoln, or anybody else that's trying to make some major drastic changes. Bullet right to the fucking head. You're out of here. And that's it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. The fact is, no matter when you're president, you're going to be, all these multi-billion-dollar companies. They're going to have power, and they're going to be stepping up, and they have their interests. And I mean, I
would love to become president, and just one day, just to fucking do it, just whatever secrets you learned, just to see how many you could get out. And just to fucking
you go on TV, they hit the stopwatch, and the clickers go into the bottom corner.
No, right as you go to My Fellow Americans. Okay, John F. Kennedy was actually killed by a group of people down in Houston. I saw it, dude. I saw it. I was going to they just pull you out of there. Like, how many you could get out of there? Listen, they're saying that, that we're going to set up a new government here in Iraq. But I can tell you, the plans to go into Iran and Syria, I don't have anything to say. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I sat at my desk for like the last 9 hours just staring at a flag. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I got some Girl Scouts visiting me in like 20 minutes. The whole thing's bullshit.
You know what's sad, though? If you said that, they would spin it so fast that you'd lost your mind, and the people of this country would totally be like, oh, he lost his mind.
Oh, yeah, you'd be sharing a bunk with John Hinckley.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody would be skeptical and be like, that's the problem. It's funny because, again, like a lot of Middle Easterners and like in Iran, when I went and visited 10 years ago, and I would be like in a cab, and the cab driver was like, they're very political. So it's not just like, oh, who's
what does
the
that mean? He's
president?
got a bag of rocks in the passenger seat?
Yeah, exactly, ready to throw to somebody. No, that would be if they were that's like the guy actually. This is what was interesting. They know like the details. They didn't just say, oh, this guy was a president, blah, blah, blah. They'd be like, oh, he's the president. He went to Census University. He used to work with, like, the cab drivers would know the details of this guy's past.
Oh, yeah.
And they were all very skeptical. They all, exactly what you're saying. Everyone was like, by the way, and he's got an account in a Swiss bank account and blah, blah, blah. And they all know this shit, and they're very skeptical of their leadership. And that's why right now.
And how come we don't? Because we're idiots and, like, two people own all the newspapers?
Yeah, because we fucking see it on CNN and we go, oh, then that must be the.
Dude, you know what it is? I think the CIA came up with ESPN because the amount of people like me, like, dude, I swear to God, they could be fucking raping puppies. Oh, yeah. I would have no idea. I'd be like, oh, did you see Houston and Dallas?
Yeah.
Well, I really think Jason Kidd's really moving that offense down the court.
That's when they do, like, right now, like, for example, even the economy, which actually means something, they've sold it as the issue, which is important, but what I think...
Dude, how long did you listen to NPR?
Well, yeah, I listened to it a lot. But check this out, though. The problem is the people forget that Iraq is still going on. People are like, oh, then Iraq must be. I mean, people's like subconscious, they're thinking, oh, it must be done.
Iraq is
the
like
economy.
is like the Drew Carey show when it's within like its ninth season.
Yeah.
Like they're still making new episodes and nobody cares.
Yeah. Did you know that According to Jim is still on? Speaking of that.
It's still on the air?
And there's still new episodes. I don't know what the hell's going on
like,
there.
where does that even tape? Does that even tape? Doesn't tape like in like Wyoming?
It's L.A., but I don't know how it keeps...
Are you sure?
ABC, because we were on ABC with the Knights of Prosperity, and like the ABC was trying to do like...
What was the Knights of... the TV show.
That was a TV show where we're trying to rob Mick Jagger.
I thought that was another group of Arabs. The Knights of Prosperity. I was like, you definitely wore the outfit with that one. Sorry, so go ahead.
No, that was written by Jews, but it's all right. It was good. So ABC was trying to do the single camera thing, you know, and they were trying to get away from the 4-camera. They had George Lopez and According to Jim and My Wife and Kids, the whatchamacallit, Wayans show.
Right.
And they got rid of Wayans and they got rid of Lopez. But somehow, According to Jim, and I thought they got rid of According to Jim, and I swear to God, the strike I think the strike just when it ended or something. I was flipping channels, and there's like new episodes of According to Jim. I'm like, really?
Like, what are they in? Like their 19th season?
I don't know who watches it.
Jesus
you know what's
Christ.
funny? That's one of those shows that's been on for like 10 years. And other than Jim Belushi, if the entire cast walked by me on the street, I would just think I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
It was like way back in the day. Remember that show, Caroline in the City?
Yeah.
The thing was just on forever.
That show sucked.
Yeah.
I have no idea what vaguely there was a redhead with short hair as the lead.
It's like Dharma and Greg. You're like, ugh. You know what I mean? It was just one of the, I don't remember who the fuck was on Dharma and Greg.
Jenna Elfman, I remember.
Her, though. I don't remember
that
any
guy.
of
And then the guy who looks like every other actor.
He looks like Will, but it's not Will, right?
Yeah. He's kind of like a poor man's Will.
Dude, this is a funny story. I was at NBC today for a meeting, and I'm sitting in the meeting with the casting, and they go, so, Joe, what TV, what turns you on? What do you like on television right now? And I could not fucking remember where I was and who I was meeting with.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And I just started describing all the Thursday night shows on NBC, just like, please, dear God, this is NBC.
You're looking for a logo. You're looking for a logo on their jacket.
There was nothing in the fucking office, and it was, thank God.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I was fucking sweating bullets, dude. Sweating bullets.
That's brilliant.
So then I started going into old TV shows. I was like, you know what really gets me, though, is All in the Family was just such a brilliant...
The classic. Something that they can't, shit on, you know?
Oh, Gleason. Jackie Gleason. Why can't that guy still be alive?
And Martin Luther King was a great man. They're like, you
Dude,
got
that's
a
one of the
point there.
quickest things you learn out here. Every time, how many times has this happened to you, Maz? You, the second you shit on somebody, like as it's coming out of your mouth, it's a good friend of mine. Oh, I did a pilot with him. You're like, gee, dude, like the stories out here are fucking ridiculous. I went to Tom Papa had a Super Bowl party. He introduces me to some guy. Bob, this is so and so. Hey, his dad played the guy who was laying in the bed with the horse's head in The Godfather. I go, that's your dad?
Jack
He's
Welch.
Like, he's like, yeah, that's my dad. Like everybody is somehow connected.
Yeah.
The whole thing is like incestuous. So if you shit on anybody,
no, you got to wait for them to shit on him first.
And neutral answers. You got to learn neutral answers. Like, what do you think of Bill Burr? Oh, he's good.
He's doing his thing. I mean, he had a rough time up in Sacramento, but I mean, I think I remember things are okay.
I was in a meeting one time, and they mentioned some network that they were affiliated with, and I go, oh yeah, I watched that show, that reality show on there every day, just thinking I was going to get points. And the lady goes, oh, I'll make a note of that. Ugh. Right? And I was like, no, I watch it, but I yell at it. It sucks.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
What is that? There's that old joke. That old joke where the guy goes in to meet with the producer, and he starts bringing up this guy going, do you ever work with so-and-so? That guy's one of the biggest motherfuckers, pieces of shit, cocksuckers I ever met in my life. And the guy goes, that's my brother. And he goes, let me finish.
That's a great joke.
Who's telling the old jokes? I think we got to take a break here, don't we? As I end with a George Burns joke.
If we go just about 10 more minutes, we can just do one long one for this hour, and we can just do a full all
Maz.
Uncut.
Yeah, uncut.
All
segment.
Maz. Okay, well, let's continue on. Danny, pick up after the George Burns.
He should leave all this shit in.
He's gonna leave it all in. He's gonna leave it all in. Dude, and is there any way we could fucking dim the lights in here a little bit? It's like 9,000 degrees.
This episode of Uninformed has been pre-taped. Can you dim those, Maz?
Yeah, Maz.
You're right there.
Let's put our guests to work. There you go. Here we go. Now let's talk about conspiracy theories.
Yeah,
Sun is down in Dubai.
Exactly. You know
Yeah,
something?
this is creepy in here.
No, he really, he made me feel a lot better, man.
Yeah,
It's just, whatever. Kmart's going over there. They're going to start a big toy store, and I just really want to see
the best
a tidal
part of
wave.
doing the best part of doing the shows with Maz is like you see like all the Muslim women wearing the I'm sorry,
Dude, Maz is a
hijab.
front.
The hijab.
He's a front.
The hijab.
They're all wearing the hijabs, and you're on stage being like, "Did you ever eat 18-year-old pussy?" And they're fucking laughing. And you're like,
Oh, it's great.
it's like they paint this evil picture of anybody wearing that thing.
Oh, that they're beaten down, that they can't even go to comedy
Yeah,
show.
and
Those
they're
girls.
all fucking laughing at your pussy
Laughing
jokes.
at pussy
and
But Joe,
everything,
they got
dude.
panties on their faces. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what that was. That was a hijab.
Yeah, so it's
All right, let me ask you this, Maz. Let's get back to the Middle East here.
Yeah.
What's the one country over there, if you had like your least, like, what's the number one you don't want to go to? Like they're dropping you in fucking Rambo style. What's the one or what area of what country you don't want to be in?
Well, I mean, right now Iraq would probably be pretty damn dangerous,
Right,
You
of
know,
course.
just because of all the stuff that's going on. I would,
Well, give me something else. Everybody knows Fallujah and all that
Well,
stuff.
I'm trying to think because the place. I mean,
Look, he's protecting him. I
no,
told
no.
you, Joe.
No, I'm trying to think. It's funny actually. We got a request to go play in Rwanda. Was it
Rwanda.
Now he's going to Africa. See, he's going to throw them under the
Jesus
bus.
Christ,
No, I'm
dude.
just saying. Because you hear.
Look, are you going to get in trouble? They're going to throw one of those Middle Eastern rocks at you that's going to kill your nasal passages.
in the eye. No, I'm telling
Jesus.
you. Like for example, like you would think Beirut would be the most dangerous because right now in Beirut they don't have a president. Like they have a prime minister and a president. And they had this agreement that like the prime minister was going to be one religion and the president was going to be another religion. And now they're protesting. They're trying to change that.
I just can't imagine living in that kind of unrest.
Dude, you don't realize though these people have been living in that for like 30 years, like 50 or whatever, like some level of war for the past 30, 40 years, and it's crazy because they've gotten used to it. So we're over there. I see guys on the street in tanks. Every corner, there's like guys in tanks just hanging out, blocking roads off and stuff. Someone's like been, killed like whatever a week ago or whatever. And the rest of the Lebanese just living their lives. The craziest nightclubs you've ever been to. Like they just party hard and they live their lives. They're having a good time.
Do they fuck more?
Everything.
I'm just saying,
more.
like, if you got the tank, they remember that back in the day, you always hear, like, that was the way guys used to get laid in. The Russians could send one over any second. Was that an episode of Happy Days? What am I even talking about?
What a great fucking line, though.
Dude, I saw an episode of fucking Happy Days on YouTube last night. Do you know speaking of shows that went on way too long, remember when Fonzie was like 48 and they still had him with like the ducktail and the leather jacket and he couldn't even keep the weight off at that point? It wasn't like he was fat. I saw him, there was an episode, he stopped a potential rape of Joni in that mechanic class.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I didn't remember that. He came back, he broke out the leather jacket.
The audience must have been going nuts.
They went bananas. And the great thing is when he goes...
was it like a guest appearance? Like he'd not been on the show?
No.
Okay,
I think he wrote it out to the end.
Okay.
He wrote it out to the end. But anyways, when he goes to grab the guy, he did like this musical theater move, which I remember when I saw it looked cool as hell. Like that's how, but after watching fucking UFC and everything, it was one of the gayest things I ever saw. And he just basically like, you ever see that Elvis thing? You know, when he just moves his chest into all those karate guys and they all fall down, you can tell they're just fucking faking it. It was basically a move like that. And he pushes the guy out the window with his coolness.
And then
never even touched him.
And then the crowd goes,
ooh. The guy jumps out the window because he's so afraid.
Dies?
No, he doesn't
didn't
die. It's a sitcom.
Well, they weren't in a high rise.
Jesus Christ, Joe.
I don't know,
Did you watch the show, Joe? Is this how your meeting went? Are you familiar? This is a comedy. It's on NBC's 8
That's
o'clock.
what I broke up. I brought up in the meeting my favorite rape episodes.
That's
of
when Happy
sitcoms
Days
from the past.
was relocated to Manhattan, and he was making them jump out of building. No, I'm kidding.
I was just
Wait a minute. How many? Didn't
What's her name almost got raped?
Maud got raped, right?
No, not Maud.
She had an abortion.
Edith Bunker almost got.
No,
Maud didn't have an
Edith
abortion.
Bunker got raped.
She didn't get raped.
She got raped.
Almost got raped.
She was asking for
And-
it.
And Gary Coleman
Well, she was
almost got
asking for
molested.
it over there, Edith.
Huh?
Remember Gary Coleman almost got Arnold Drummond almost got
Wonderful.
molested.
That's one of the
Remember that
most
one?
wonderful episodes of television.
He almost got him. Dude, you know
You
something?
never saw that, dude? Where he almost gets molested?
The guy
Dude,
from-
if anybody is going to get molested, if you're that fucking adorable and you're really 26.
He was 36. Exactly.
I know.
They were doing it.
Technically, he wasn't molested.
That's hilarious.
He got jumped. He just...
And it's
And then the whole prosecution.
It's the guy from
but,
WKRP.
But he thought it was an 8-year-old.
It's the guy from WKRP in Cincinnati.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Who then
if
went
he
on-
wasn't famous, he could have been the fucking guy luring those guys on To Catch a Predator.
Oh, you're
Because you know
right.
how they always try to get a girl. I guess they get a girl who's actually of age
Yeah.
to lure him in. I just
Yeah.
totally made that up. But
He
could have had a job doing that.
He got married. He's like really level-headed now. I saw him in an interview, and he was like, I really just like the challenge of marriage. And it's like, finally the fucking guy came down to earth.
Nah, he's been acting like that forever. And
He punched that fucking lady in the face.
Because yeah, in that moment. But the rest of the time, I saw him one time on the old Politically Incorrect show, and it was a great show. It was Bill Maher, and he had 4 child stars.
That's great.
He had Danny Bonaducci and Gary Coleman and 2 other people I can't probably Kim Fields, the usual crowd, right? So he's sitting there, and Danny Bonaducci is just totally open and going like, and then this happened, and that was awful, and then I wanted to kill myself. And fucking Gary Coleman was trying to sit there, well, the Different Strokes was a long time ago, and and they started asking about the punching in the face thing he did. He goes, well, they wanted me to, say the catchphrase. And Danny's like, oh, what you talking about? That must have sucked, huh? And he's like totally being honest, and Gary wasn't. So now I don't buy it.
Yeah. Get to the
Why am I
Dana.
shitting on Gary? Hasn't he
Get
had
to the
enough?
Dana Plato stories, midget. Let's go. Stop dancing around the fucking hat.
Funny.
What did she end up? Crystal meth?
She died, right?
Yeah, she died.
she's dead.
died.
She's
OD.
dead. She's dead.
She died.
Kid
I just
stars.
found out Don Knotts died. Like, you ever see like somebody dies and you forget they
He's been
died?
dead, yeah, like
and then
5
you're trying to. I wrote a blog and I used his name as a reference, and I was trying to see if it was 2 T's to spell his name right, because it underlined in red, and then I saw that he died. He died in 2003.
Nuts. Yeah.
Don Knotts, 28 years old, got married at 24.
Remember
He was
that?
in the military.
Remember that Dana Gould joke where he would talk about how Don Knotts couldn't do has the worst voice ever, and he feels sorry for him because he could never do prank calls. And the lady's like, "Hello, I'm looking at you through the window." Is this Don Knotts? And he's doing the fucking furley.
You get me
joke
back?
is
You get
so
me back
funny.
for doing the George Burns joke?
No,
Now
I-
you're gonna update it and do a little Dana Gould.
No, I
Dana
just
Gould.
think that joke's fucking hilarious. It's one of my favorites.
All right. Well, we got to wrap up with Maz, because Maz is he's a busy. How do I say it?
Comedian?
No, Iranian.
Oh, Iranian.
Iranian. God
yeah.
damn it!
Jesus
Can't
Christ.
learn anything.
Like
Iranian.
Ron. Think of Ron White whenever you think of Iranian.
Ron Howard.
Ron
Happy
Howard.
Days.
There you
We'll
go.
We'll take it full. Iranian.
Iranian.
Axis Evil Tour. Is it making any stops out there in the States? Do you give a shit? You support the troops
We
there,
support
buddy?
the troops, man. We got one more in Houston, May 1st.
May
And then-
1st. What are
yeah.
you playing at?
I don't know, some theater out there. I don't know what it is.
Sons of bitches.
The Cullen? Is it the Cullen Theater?
Ah, fuck you and your theater tour. I'm jealous now.
I don't know. You want to be on the tour? Well, the
Absolutely.
tour's almost over. We're starting to do solo stuff now. So
Oh, you're breaking off like those
Breaking off.
those
police.
rednecks.
Who's going to be the Justin Timberlake of the group?
I'm working on some dance moves, and
No,
we'll
he means
see.
the most successful.
Yeah,
No,
who's
I
going to
know,
be the
I know.
one?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
break it down here.
Yeah.
All right. What's his face? Come on, man. Dean
Overdale.
is that good looking? Not Lance, the brown haired good looking one.
not the gay one,
Not the
Lance
gay
Bass.
one. No.
Oh,
that. I think they were both gay. Really.
yeah. Wasn't
Yeah.
there
He's-
Joey
he's-
Fatone?
He's the gay brunette. Who would have met him? He'd be that one with the dreadlocks. No, he shaved his.
That would be Adam. What's the
So
guy
that
from,
leaves
Counting
Maz.
Crows?
Maz, you got nowhere to go here, man. You're either going to be the superstar Justin Timberlake, or you're going to be
the
Lance
fuck?
Bass.
Maz is either the Timberlake or the Joey Fatone.
Joey Fatone.
One or the other.
Yeah.
How
One or the
funny, that's not even funny. I was going to say if he went up in space.
I'm
and
going to give
something happened.
Cater. I'm giving Cater Lance Bass.
That's the
Cater
gay guy?
is too well kept.
The gay guy?
Yeah.
I
Too
think, yeah, you
manicured.
might be right.
Cater
yeah.
is so well kept.
Yeah.
I went to a concert with him the other night. He shows up with the fucking vest on, the shirt, the sweater, the
Oh, yeah.
fucking perfect pants, the fucking hair.
That's a cry for help.
And he's
Open
like-
the closet door.
And he's like, dude, this rocks. This concert rocks.
Bro,
Like,
look at those tits,
let
dude.
your hair down
No,
a little
I'm
bit
kidding.
there. I love that guy.
You know
I
what?
love
That
the
reminds
guy.
me of an old bit I used to do about you ever hang out with some guy who's like totally gay, and if he just would admit it, it would kill the tension. And the dude doesn't. So then when you hang out with him, he like, you know when you check out girls, how you say all that evil shit to each other? This guy would ruin it. Like, I remember when this girl comes walking by, beautiful girl, red dress, the whole fucking thing, and we leaned in go like, oh God, I'd love to fuck that girl. Do that evil pirate shit. We go to lean in, and he leans in, and he just goes, that girl was awesome. You're just like, dude, you just ruined.
That is
you
hilarious.
Just ruined the whole thing.
I had a guy in my. Sorry, I'll leave it a second. But I had a guy. I used to work at an ad agency. Same thing. I was like, come on. Oh man, I don't want to. Let's rephrase it in case it gets out. There's a guy I used to work. Whatever. I already said it. So this guy, the pool would come around, the basketball pool, and all the guys would be like, yeah, bro, and like, guys, and he'd be like, I don't know about that, and then like he would come down with the Oscar pool. And he was claiming that he wasn't, and he was totally just like, he was. Come on, dude. But he showed with the Oscar pool. I'm like, come on, man. You gotta hide it if you're gonna,
And everybody nominated had like an S name. Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
Susan Sarandon.
Right. It's just too funny, man.
All right.
All right. You know what, Maz? I gotta tell you something, man. I'm gonna vote for him. Best guest ever.
Yeah, you're great.
Most informed, dude.
You're great. You came in here.
Fucking awesome job.
How many guests have you guys had?
12, 13.
No, 14.
Oh, cool. All right, I'll take that.
14.
All
Dude,
right.
Worst guest we had two bad ones. We had one time, we brought this lady in who was we got this great, talk about organic food, try to learn about that stuff. Why it's so expensive. And the problem was she came in, she was already skeptical about whether this was a real show, which you can imagine if one of us called you, you wouldn't believe it.
Right.
So she came walking in, and we were in the middle of this fight, going, you fucking cunt! Fuck you, you motherfucker! Just screaming. And she came in there, was so defensive, we couldn't get anything out of her. She was supposed to be in like you for 45 minutes, dude. What was she in there for, like
10
8 minutes?
10 minutes tops. She had brought like apples and like organic trail mix. She's like, taste that. That's amazing, isn't that? Just taste
That's
that. It was
hilarious.
literally like, did you ever see the sweaty ball sketch on Saturday Night Live?
Yeah.
She thought she was going on to a show like that.
Oh,
where we were going
that's
to be like,
great.
that is delicious.
That's
You're telling me there's no chemicals in this? You're crazy, and she walks in.
Oh, she brought her
and Bill and
husband.
I are
She brought her
about to start-
husband with her, like something bad was going to happen.
We're about to start fucking
funny.
punching each other.
That's brilliant.
So, anyways, man. So, if anybody, if you want to go see the Access Evil tour or catch Maz as he breaks off on his own, go to MazJabrani.com. MazJobrani. Just remember MazJabrani.com or MySpace.com/MazJabrani. Access Evil tour. Maz, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks
and
for having me, man.
taking
Thanks,
down
brother.
our fears about Dubai. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with the final hour of Uninformed.
Uninformed with Bill Burr and Joe DeRosa.
All right, we're back here at Uninformed. Bill Burr and Joe DeRosa. Dude, how great was Maz?
He was wonderful.
He was wonderful. He was excellent. Yes. I thought he was informative. He was funny. We actually maybe fucking learned something.
He was great.
You know what I actually learned about this past week? I actually learned about Roadrunners, Joe.
Did you, Bill?
Yeah, first of all, you believe it or not, Joe, they don't look like that fucking bird on that cartoon.
I don't believe it.
But I actually thought that they were.
What do they look like?
They look like a fat blue jay with like a mohawk, and they got like sort of muscular legs, and they're actually, I think, brown with like spots on them.
But they're small?
Dude, first of all, they can only run 17 miles an hour, so that horse shit that they do. I mean, I know it's a cartoon, but I think a coyote could catch a I was gonna say a raccoon, a fucking roadrunner.
But they're small. They're not like, because I always thought that was like the size of an ostrich.
That's the way they make it, like a supermodel ostrich. That's the way they made him.
Yeah, but he's not that big.
No, dude. It's like, I swear to God, it's like a fat blue jay, and it can run like 17 miles an hour. Basically, Joe, in your best day of your life on a bicycle. No.
I don't know how fast 17 miles. That's pretty fast, it seems like.
Can a human being run 17 miles an hour? What about those guys that run like a 3-minute mile?
Oh.
And then they look like literally like they're going to die.
That's fast, dude. 17 miles an hour?
Dude, I can run 17 miles an hour. You get in a fucking cab, I'll catch it.
There's no fucking way.
17 miles an hour? I'm not saying I'd do it for an hour.
What's a 3-minute mile? What's that break down into?
Well, it's really like a 4 minute. It's like a 4-minute mile, 4 times. Yeah, you're running 20 miles an hour, right? Wait.
No, if it's 3, it's 20 miles an hour.
Wait a second. Okay, yeah. Wow, I'm stupid. Wait. 4 goes into 60 what? Goes in there once with 2 left over, 5. That's 15.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
It's 15 miles an hour.
I just got a fucking headache doing that.
It's 15 miles an hour.
I just added that up, came up with a number. I'm like, all right, that's 15. It's like in the middle of some flim flam, and I totally forgot the scam. See, and I'll fucking vacuum up the rug with that shit. Dude, I don't even know what the fuck that meant. Do you know I
couldn't even figure it out. I'm impressed that you figured it out. I was done.
Oh. I
was done. I had nothing on breaking that down.
So wait a minute. So that means if it goes in, what the fuck?
4
minutes. So you would run 15 miles.
4 into 60 goes 15.
15 times.
That's 15 miles
That's
an hour.
15 miles an hour.
Yes.
All right? And he does that for 3 minutes. So at some point during that, he's running 17 miles an hour. So maybe I couldn't do it, but
he doesn't. It's either a 4-minute mile or a 3-minute mile.
Dude, he doesn't run the exact same speed the whole fucking time because you got to figure he's starting off. He has to get up to 15 miles an hour. So to compensate, shut up for the first 4 seconds of it before I fucking have a brain cramp again. He has to run.
Right.
He has to run like 17 at some point.
But I think the bird can sustain the 17 miles an hour for longer.
I know, but I'm saying you sneak up on it, Joe. Jesus Christ. Do you watch the Discovery Channel?
No, it's gone, dude. You see how fucking animals aren't like people. They don't build up to it. Like an animal just boom, it's at 17 miles an hour.
Around Barry Sanders today could catch a fucking roadrunner.
I'd put money on it that he couldn't.
Huh? Joe, this isn't a cartoon, okay? It's a fucking real roadrunner. Doesn't make that stupid beep beep noise.
You don't set up an anvil to drop it on it.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't run down a road either. Which is, well, first of all, you know what I learned, dude, is they fucking eat rattlesnakes, and the way they do it. And I've been scouring, if that's the right word, YouTube, trying to find a video. Roadrunners eat rattlesnakes, and the way they kill them is they use their wings like a matador. So they strike and they just hit the feathers, the balls of that. First of all, because don't they have those little arms on the top?
Yeah.
Don't they have the little baby arms,
little pterodactyl arms?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
you. So they do that. They sit there and they shake it at it. Once it goes to strike its feathers, they grab it by the tail and they whip it and slam its head against the rock repeatedly until it's dead.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's awesome.
How do you know that?
Because I went hiking in Arizona, like the half a fag that I'm turning into. I went up Camelback Mountain.
Up old camel toe.
Yeah, and I saw. I used that hacky joke when I was out there too, and they did not send me home. They did not send me home in Tempe, Arizona. 400-seater, dude. I sold it out fucking 3 times. God damn it! Then I go to Sacramento. My goddamn dreams were crushed.
Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm a cooler. I'm a mush, and I brought you bad luck.
Well, dude, you know what? I really thought it was funny that you, as the feature, were literally sitting down through the last 10 minutes of your set, like you were going to do a question and answer about some show.
No,
that went into syndication.
I get up and down during my set. You know, sometimes it just.
Why don't you try staying up, Joe? Maybe you can headline every once in a while.
I do headline every once in a while.
Why don't you dude, Jerry Lewis never sat down in his tuxedo pants his entire career.
Why do you get so offended by the sitting down? If the vibe in the room calls for it, where it gets conversational, I'll sit for a minute and just kind of see where it goes.
Did it call for it?
It did.
Those 48 people just sitting there?
That crowd stunk, and you know it. You know it. You were treading water at the end of your set, too.
Is that why you're saying you... No, I didn't, dude. I killed the whole weekend.
Look... We had good shows all week, but you know that second crowd on Saturday wasn't the best crowd. Because you even said on stage a few times, you're like, all right, Jesus Christ, people, I got to get back on track here.
No, but that was because I was talking about myself. I was meandering into other shit.
But I didn't think...
That had nothing to do with them.
I didn't think you were in the wrong.
Joe, why don't you ask me first why I was meandering before you jump to conclusions?
Why were you meandering?
Because I was kind of sick of my act. I was just sort of fucking around. Sometimes I fuck around.
Right.
You know, and it's going good, and all of a sudden it isn't. Kind of like when I do math on live radio that's pre-taped.
But I'm saying this in your defense. I believe that you were doing exactly what you were doing on the first show, and on the second show they were less adept to go along with it. Is that the right word, adept? I don't fucking know.
Can we get Maz back in here so we can sound remotely intelligent?
We really are just dumb.
Dude, I can't believe...
just dumb.
Dude, I can't believe I just went 4 goes into 60. All right? Now that's 15. Dude. So what does that mean? I literally just I fucking spaced.
Dude, when I was in that meeting today...
I'm not stupid, Joe, but I'm not smart. That's this weird sort of area.
Yeah, that's how I am. I'm right in between. I'm not Larry the Cable Guy, but I'm not David Cross. I'm just right up the middle. Here's the thing. I was in that meeting today, And they go, how did you meet your manager? How'd you sign with your new manager? I go, well, a couple friends of mine liaisoned a meeting. And the lady goes, liaison, huh? Is that a word? And I was like, yeah, liaison. And the guy goes, well, liaison, to liaison is a word, but I've never heard it with the ED on the end.
And that's how it started?
That was like at the
Are you having any good meetings? Joe,
no,
you know
it started
bad,
with me saying that death in the family. And then it...
Oh, God.
Dude, but I'm telling you something. It was the best. It was like one of the best meetings I've ever had because right up front, that death in the family thing dropped all formality and whatever, and we were having a ball, and we were laughing, and it was fine. But I just felt so dumb when they corrected me. I was like, oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
You know what? You know what is a word? What the fuck is the word that I always use incorrectly? I was dating this girl, and I think I said it. I think it's probably why she ended up breaking up with me because I kept using the word. What the fuck was it? Ah, shit, I'm too stupid to fucking remember.
Ignorant is the most incorrectly used word, I think, of all time.
Really, Joe? And why is that? What are you basing that on? I just saw you glance at your laptop.
How many... No, I glanced at my phone to check the time. How many times do you hear people go, he was yelling at me and he was being ignorant, and it's like, no, that's not... Being ignorant doesn't mean being rude. It means uneducated. If you're ignorant about something...
Well, that could mean that.
No, it doesn't. No, it does.
No.
It
I'm
could.
saying, shut up.
It could. No. You shut.
No. You shut up.
You be quiet. You be quiet. Go ahead.
Someone can yell at you and be ignorant. They can be yelling ignorant shit.
I know, but people use it in the way of meaning they were being rude. Don't be ignorant to me. Don't yell at me. It's like I'm not being ignorant. I'm being.
I don't know who you hang out with because I don't hear that. I really don't hear that.
You've never heard people say that?
No, Joe. Dude, I want to agree with you. I love going off on shit. I just never heard of that.
Jeez.
What are you going to tap out on this show again, Joe? Can we address that? How you pouted for the last 5 minutes of the last show?
I got upset, and that's why I made the vow tonight that I wasn't going to freak out anymore.
Joe, it is so fucking hot in here. Like, I can't even break your balls.
I can't, and you got the lights romantically dimmed right now.
Yeah. I had to bring them down.
It's hard to stay awake right now. Let's get into it. Let's do these jokes. Let's do these president's jokes.
Okay. All right. So we came up with this thing. Me and Joe were sitting around as, as comics do. We were chewing the comedy fat, right?
Oh, jeez.
So, so basically, as you can tell, neither one of our stand-up careers is working out. So we started thinking, what if we had to write monologue jokes in the future? Why don't, someone's going to be a new president coming up.
Yeah.
Neither one of us can impersonate any of them, so obviously you're going to be joke writers. Let's start writing jokes from late-night monologues.
Yeah.
Right now, we're going to jump on all the other joke writers. They're already fucking, they're all fat and lazy from the strike anyways. So when whoever gets elected, we're going to have a whole wealth of jokes. We're betting on all the horses.
Here we go.
So I got a bunch of John McCain, Hillary Clinton, and Barack Obama jokes,
And I have some Clinton and McCain jokes. I have no Obama jokes.
All right, now here's the rule. You have to imitate a late-night personality when you deliver.
Right, of course.
Who are you doing?
I'm going to do Craig Ferguson.
The Scottish, Irish, English guy?
Whatever the fuck
he is. He's one of those islands. All right, I'm going to do Jay Leno. All right? And these are some of the worst jokes ever.
Yeah, they're terrible. They're terrible.
Can Danny somehow put some applause in and some sort of canned awful laughter because these jokes really deserve it? All right, I'm doing Jay Leno.
Yeah,
this is Jay Leno's potential monologue. If John McCain gets elected in January 2009, he would
take your pauses for the laughter
absolutely,
and applause.
Absolutely. Oh, these are going to kill. I can't even read them.
Do you want to go back and forth?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, yeah, because it's too hard to do them all at once.
Okay, here we go. John McCain is the new president, ladies and gentlemen, and he says that life as a POW had no effect on him. But rumor has it he just installed a waterboard outside the White House pool. Guess I won't be going swimming over there, will I? That was supposed to be the banner between him and the... There you go. That wasn't bad, right? Little water... little torture joke.
Okay.
This is a fucking exclusive.
Here we go.
These are monologue jokes, 2009.
It's embarrassing.
Who do you got? Who's president?
This is Clinton. I'm happy to see Hillary Clinton. Hold on, let me laugh. folks, I'm hoping to see Hillary Clinton get elected president. I mean, think about it. Then we can tell our friends and family and children we saw the first homosexual man take the presidency. It'll only be a matter of time before he gets her It'll only be a matter of time before she gets her first blowjob in the White House.
Dude, what channel is he going to do that on?
I don't know. It's just my first one. I'm just getting warmed up.
Oh, God. You went dirty?
Only on one. That's the only one.
Went filthy? All right. I'm still going. I'm going with another John McCain. All right. So, John McCain had his arms repeatedly broken during captivity, and to this day, he can't raise his arms above his shoulders. I guess that explains. Dude, I can't fucking...
Do it, dude. Do it. Commit.
I can't. This is why I can only just stand up. Oh, shit. How do actors do this? You just feel like such a fucking tool. All right. Do you remember the setup at this point?
Yeah. John McCain can't put his arms above his head.
Because they were repeatedly broken during captivity.
All right. But deliver that punch in that fucking Leno voice. Don't bail out, goddammit.
I guess that explains. Oh, shit. This isn't even that funny.
Go ahead.
It's just a stupid voice. I guess that explains why he got booed at the national game for not participating.
So what?
For not participating when the rest of the crowd did the wave.
Oh, that joke sucks.
Oh, they're terrible.
All right.
Dude, if I watered these down, though, I could sell them. Oh, my God.
All
my
right.
Jay Leno impression is the worst fucking thing I ever heard.
All right, you ready?
Ready? Fuck. All right.
You ready?
You're doing a good, whatever that guy's fucking name is.
All right, ready?
I can't fucking do it.
Folks, you think they'll change the name of the rooms in the White House if we get a female president? Like, the ovary office?
Oh, Jesus.
I'll tell you what, during that time of the month, every room's going to be the war room.
Joe, you know what I like about that one? You could probably actually sell that one to him. God damn it.
Yeah, I should try it to. What do you get, $30 for a joke?
All right, I'm running low already. What do I got? Anything here? Oh, here's a classic awful late-night joke. Hillary Clinton just became the first female president, and her first move as president is to start a rumor that England is fat. Yeah, she's going to say that they're fat, and fucking awful.
All right, let me try one of
How many more can we do with these before? Oh, I got a good one here.
Let me try one of my McCain ones. I have them on my phone here. Hold on.
Anybody who's tuning in, these are awful monologue jokes. In January 2009, we're ahead of the curve, Joe. We're gonna have some gems.
Here we go.
Here we go.
This one's from McCain. Right. He goes, folks. Folks, Senator John McCain is so old, he'd be the first president that could have slept in the Lincoln bedroom while Lincoln was still alive.
It's awful. You know what's funny? His monologue is that bad.
It sucks.
I heard Hillary Clinton is using Ronald Reagan's jelly bean jars to house her tampons. I got one Barack Obama, and then I'm bailing on these.
No, wait. All right, let me do one. If Senator McCain gets any older, he's going to be Senator McCant.
So you went way too, deliberately bad.
They're supposed to be bad, I thought.
That's fucking horrific. That, made me mad. Your jokes are so bad, they're making me mad.
Good.
Take it.
Good.
Let's see here. Let me get a good one here. Barack Obama. What have I got here? Barack Obama is the first black president. Okay. Oh, dude, I got nothing left. President. What the fuck? I had one good one though. I had one.
Do
good,
a Baraka one. We don't have any Baraka
jokes. I had a good one though.
Do the one about the.
Hey, President Obama just signed an executive order to put rims on the presidential limo.
Oh, Jesus Christ! All right, here's one.
I found the one I wanted to do. Let me do this one. Yeah, Barack Obama is president, and black people are claiming to be taking over. Relax, white people. There's a whole other level of Caucasian telling them what to do.
Jesus. Oh, my God. And he'd never say, they would never let that joke get on.
All right, do one more awful one.
You know, Hillary... God damn. You know, Hillary knows Bill's track record with the interns. Does anyone have a hunch that Hillary's going to have an all-male staff? And speaking of staffs, Hillary was the only chick in the White House during Bill's term that wasn't on his. Yeah.
You actually do a decent... What is the guy's name?
Craig Ferguson. I like that guy. I think he's like, he makes me laugh, even though I don't think any monologue jokes are ever that funny. But he makes me laugh during the regular show.
I don't know, man. I can't watch. I don't know. Who do I watch? I watch Letterman if he has a good guest. I watch
like Letterman.
Conan. I like.
Yeah.
And that's it. I watch those two guys.
I don't watch yeah.
I don't know. So those are our monologue jokes. I think I can write a lot better ones. I think I need to work on my Leno. I wanted to keep throwing it.
It was a great Leno. You're killing me.
I wanted to keep throwing it to the band member. He always does that.
Well, hey, then they actually replaced it with a baboon hut. Must be the baboon hut. The baboon hut.
He's shaking his head, looking over in that direction. Dude, all I'm doing is just whining in a high-pitched fucking voice. I can't do the deep part. All right, cool.
It's a funny voice. It's a funny voice.
All right, so I guess it's safe to say neither one of us will be doing stand-up on either one of those shows if that ever gets played.
That's a shame because Ferguson's one of the ones I have a show.
Dude, he's not going to give a fuck.
Yeah, we're acting like they're going to hear the fucking show. They're not going to hear the show.
Joe, can't we lie to our listeners like we actually have something going on here?
You're right.
Wasn't the whole purpose of this show we were going to act like we were on the run, and that's why we were doing it in fucking
what are we, the first
California?
two guys that impersonate Jay Leno and fucking Craig Ferguson? There's nothing wrong with that. Ben Stiller used to do it all the time.
Used to do what?
I remember watching the Ben Stiller show.
Yeah, but you know what he did, Joe? He went on to book movies.
Well,
that's
so
the
will we, Bill.
That's the difference,
So
Joe.
will we.
I'm finished, Joe.
You're not finished.
This is my parachute out of the business.
You're not finished.
Actually, Joe, what year do you want to be able to, if you want, leave the... First of all, do you want to leave this business?
Yes.
At any point?
I want to leave it now.
Oh, stop with your fucking pouting.
I'm
What's the
not
matter,
pouting.
Joe, huh?
I'm not pouting.
You know what? Why don't you try roofing for fucking 2 weeks like I did?
I'm talking about stand-up. I want to try to sell a script as quickly as possible and stop having to rely on stand-up for money. I still want to do stand-up, but relying on stand-up for an income at the point that I'm at right now with all of the wild cards that are conceivably at play, I don't want to do that. I want to sell a script. I want to sit in my fucking apartment.
Whoa. That was all making sense. What do you mean wild cards?
Just all the ways it could conceivably go wrong. And I got to deal with, and all the bullshit.
Joe, your career is going real. How long have you been doing this? You've been doing this like 4 years.
5.5 years.
5.5 years. You get your own fucking radio show.
I know, and I like this because this is security.
Oh,
and
good, Joe.
I'm
glad you want to hang out with me.
No, but I'm saying to you, I like doing stuff like this. I like things that are secure, that you can sit home and prepare, that are consistent. Stand up is not consistent, so it's like my goal is I want to get into writing, getting films that I produce. So it's like,
nah, that's smart, dude.
I'd be much more enjoyable sitting in front of a computer, writing every day, and then, and going out and doing spots and stuff, and doing weekends, but not being like, I need the $1,500.
Joe, can I tell you something right now? You won't.
What do you mean?
Nobody writes who writes major Hollywood scripts and still does the road? You wouldn't do it.
Well, not many guys,
but I'm just saying, when the fuck would you ever want to go to Kansas City again?
Well, the hope is that you write something that gets famous enough that you can pick and choose the stuff you want to do, or that you just do spots I'll just do spots in New York.
So I can tell you something.
Or whatever.
I've gone to, I don't own a house, right? I own an apartment. You rent it, right?
Yeah.
If I actually owned a fucking house, okay, and I had a nice car, and I had a grill, and I had a pool, okay, and a nice TV, dude, you couldn't get me on the fucking road. It'll be it. It'll be over. Why would I want to fucking leave that to go to the goddamn Super 8, to go to a city, even a city I like, for the 9 millionth fucking time?
Yeah, it sucks.
Other than doing the shows. The shows are awesome. That's a good time.
The show is wonderful.
The radio, the media, I love doing that.
Yeah. But it's the time away from home. And
the other 17 fucking hours.
In the dirty hotel rooms, and but I mean, dude.
Joe, who you kidding? You'd sit in that house for 10 minutes, and so would I, and you'd want to go back out there again, talk about your cock.
I like going on the road.
I like daffodils.
To an extent. What I don't like is the complete dependency. I don't like feeling I have to hustle more spots.
You want to sell tickets.
To pay my rent. Yeah, and you can't sell tickets anymore. Dude, it's different from when you came up, man. When you came up, you
shitting me, Joe?
No,
I finally started selling tickets like fucking 3 years ago.
I know,
so
but what
are you
I'm
acting
saying,
like I'm Borscht Belt guy?
But no, dude. No. But hear me out here. 3 years ago is a major difference from right now, dude. Like 3 years ago, the internet
today.
did not. Dude, I'm telling you, the injection of the internet into stand-up and its effect that it's had on comics and stuff. And digital cable and all that stuff. It's like, dude, it's impossible to be famous anymore, and it's almost impossible
That's
for
such bullshit, Joe.
Hold on, no.
You're looking at it in a negative way. Now, Joe, when I came up, the only thing you had was the
road.
No, not the road, but you had a picture show. You had to go through that. Now you can shoot the shit on your own. You can put it up on YouTube.
Well, that's cool.
You can blow up on that.
That's cool, and I'm certainly trying to do stuff like that. But it's like, dude, here's the tough part right now. For guys like me that want to start headlining the way you did and start building the following, it's a lot fucking harder now. It's a lot harder now because of the
Joe, for you to say that you would have had to try to do it when I did it and then restart it again and then. How can you? What did you tell me? What are you basing that on?
Well, I can base part of it on discussions that you and I have had.
First of all, I thought you weren't going to cry this show, Joe.
No, I'm not. I'm not crying. I swear to God, dude. Look, I love what I'm doing right now. I'm not pissing and moaning about that. I'm just saying, you're
doing one of those.
If I had the,
you're either pissing or you're moaning.
If I get the option and somebody comes to me and says, we want to buy the script. We want to make this movie. We want you to write another one if this is successful. Yada, yada, yada.
Absolutely.
That's
what I'm saying,
dude,
dude,
I'm gone.
Okay. That's what I was saying. Like if I was in that situation, I still wouldn't. I'd still have to do the fucking road, dude. I think I'm in it for life.
I'm telling you, I would still go on the road, but I go on the road once a month, and it'd be a much more enjoyable experience when I'm not stressing the fuck out about money and what I need to get together. And I
cut it down. I used to go out 3 weekends a month. Now I go 2, and I got to tell you something. It's almost easier to do 3 because you're in that grind. It's almost like going to the gym. You know what I mean? But if you're kind of doing it for a while, you're all right. But if you actually only go twice, then you become a softie, Joe.
It'll probably change for me too, dude. When I get like a book.
What the fuck am I listening to you bitch about your crew? 5.5 years into it, you're out in L.A., you're taking meetings.
Dude, look, things are going well. You
got a striped shirt. I mean, you got a lot of things going on.
To a certain place, and I hope that I can, But dude, realize you're saying like, well, you're out in L.A., realize something. I did 2 weekends while I was out here. I did one last week and I'm doing one next week. And I've done some shows in between while I'm here in the city. I'm making no money.
Yeah, but Joe, you know what?
I'm making absolutely no money because it all went to travel expenses and everything else.
You said cunt on your college audition tape or something.
No, I didn't.
All right, people listening right now, I set Joe up with my college agent, okay? I've set, I might have sent them 10 clients over the last decade. Once a year, if I just say, this guy's funny, they watch the tape, and you're a made guy, you're in. I said that about you. I don't know what you sent them, but you're the first guy they ever were just like, and Joe, you're fucking hilarious, so I know what you sent them.
I didn't send them anything that said cunt. There are reasons that deal didn't go through that we shouldn't talk about on the air right now.
Why?
Honestly, we can't.
Oh.
We can't talk about that. Let's talk about
the
that
circus
later.
of the business.
But yeah, we can't.
Really? You're gonna leave the...
I just don't want to badmouth anybody right now, that's all.
Well,
and it's not
talk around
It's not your agents. Let's put it that way. There were parties involved with making that deal happen that were not your agents. But
who would have made money if you got the gigs? Why didn't they want you to do it?
Why didn't they want? I'm not saying they didn't want me to do it. That's not what I'm saying.
Back to conspiracy theory. I like this. Were they based out of Dubai?
Why didn't other people that wanted to help me with things say to me, we can help you now, and we couldn't before? It's politics, and it's just the position I was in at the time. And I changed the position, and that's all I can really say.
What the fuck are you talking? I know you, and I don't know what you're talking about.
The people surrounding you in this business. I had to make a change. I had the wrong people surrounding me, so I changed to the right people surrounding me. because the people that were surrounding me at that time.
Joe, if you don't stop talking in riddles, I'm going to take my monologue jokes
I'm not going to
here,
trash anybody on the air. It's like, I don't want to do that. That's not right. You know that, dude. Come on.
When did this become your inside the actor studio, Joe?
No,
I have no sympathy for a guy 5 years in who's doing as well as you are, who's you complaining
I'm not
about
asking for sympathy. I honestly
then
don't.
Why
want
are you
sympathy.
talking about this shit? You brought up this whole subject.
I
haven't, Joe. I've been saying for the last 10 minutes, let's move on, and you're not hearing me.
You've never said that. You are a cunt. Yeah, that's why they didn't take me. They go, sure, Bill, we'll look at him, and they shut the door. You know
why? Is because I got you when you were during your screaming about nothing phase. Would you send him an 8-minute tape yelling about?
They saw my premium blend tape, and they didn't.
You screamed about cell phones for 6 minutes?
No, dude, I'm telling you something.
And you can't text message.
I don't.
What the fuck?
I don't want to get into it, but it wasn't the right time.
How come you never told me the story? Joe, you want to get shit-faced tonight? Do you know how bad I want to get drunk tonight?
I want to get wasted tonight. I had somebody text me, can you meet me at 12:30 or 4? And I wrote, how about 5:30 tomorrow to ensure that I could get wasted tonight if I wanted to.
Dude, speaking of that, people just tuning in now, man. Me and Joe did this wonderful gig up in Sacramento. I got to spin it here. And, dude, how was that the worst? Like, usually this is what happens after you do a stand-up gig. I know we're just kind of ragging about it. We're both kind of fucking burned out here. But, dude, who's kidding who? It's a fucking awesome job for the most part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It is great. You go hiking, you see roadrunners, you bang waitresses. It's everything. But what usually happens after you do the gig? There's usually a wait staff. They take you out. You have a good time if you want to. And we were literally at the Punchline Sacramento. And first of all, they turned on like every light. I felt like I was in a fucking a lamp
Let
factory.
me interject really quick, though.
Yeah, why don't you do that? Because I was really flailing there.
It's a wonderful club. The shows are great. It's one of my favorite clubs in the country.
Jesus Christ, they're still going to book you, Joe.
However, they are not a party staff.
At all.
The staff does not hang out and party. And that is a bad town to be stuck in if you're not partying.
There's absolutely nothing to fucking do there. Remember Chris Webber? You don't watch basketball. This guy's a millionaire basketball player. He's playing basketball for a living. He's a zillionaire, okay? He's probably got broads like you can't believe, and he literally just goes, you got to get me out of here. Did you just fart?
Yep. Yes, I
just
did.
fucking unapologetically in the middle of me talking?
Yeah, I farted.
You leaned to one side. Why couldn't you shoot it into the chair like
what
a
do
fucking
you
gentleman?
fucking care? Oh, come on.
I forgot we're in somebody else's studio.
Yeah.
Just threw some water on you.
What are you doing?
Don't fucking do that. What are you? I hate that frat boy humor.
It's not humor. I had to fart. I farted.
Dude, it fucking stinks.
No, it doesn't.
It does, you fucking half Egyptian falafel-eating motherfucker.
I've never seen a guy.
That's what it is.
Get so offended by farts.
Dude, do you understand what breathing a fart is? I'm breathing in air that was just in your ass. That's what I'm smelling. That's what it is. Do you ever think about that? That's what a fart is.
I don't. Yeah,
that's air.
About it. That's what's funny about
that
it.
As you were talking shit, went down your gullet, went through your whole fucking system, just came out. Now it's in me.
I can't believe that you think that argument is going to make me think it's less funny. For you to go, I'm breathing air that was just in your ass. That makes it so much funnier, dude.
You asked me why I got so upset. That guy up there is what the fuck is his name? He's the old coach of Georgetown, Thompson.
Okay,
John Thompson.
They've had a TV on the whole time during the show. Everybody.
Oh yeah, we've had sports on
TNT. On TNT.
You could completely care less. No, but we were sitting there, we were talking about Sacramento, man. Like that was like, now that's a town, Joe. If you weren't up there, like seriously, suicidal thoughts come in. Remember that girl? We were like messing around with her, and we were just saying like, "Hey, where's the places to go?" Well, you guys are drinking, and then I go, "What do we got to do? What do you got to bust out the Coke?" She goes, "Ew, I don't do drugs."
Yeah,
and then walked away, like took me seriously.
I like when she, when I go, what's going on, man? Everybody's leaving. You guys never party. And she's like, obviously you've missed some crazy nights in this club. And I go, no, I haven't. I've been here 4 times. You guys never drink. Yeah. Like, you just never, like, don't give me.
I think that's crazy for Sacramento. Like, as you're closing out your checks, you have like a white Zinfandel.
Dude, the one waitress hung out. Like, she stayed behind and hung out. And then
what was she doing? She didn't say anything.
She had one shot with us and then literally got up and left the club without saying goodbye Nothing. Like, got up in the middle of a group and just walked out the door. It was the rudest thing I've ever seen anybody do.
Why? I would have done that if I actually had a car and I could have driven somewhere.
Because you say goodbye. Dude, it literally be like if I stood up right now in the middle of the conversation and just walked out.
Dubai.
Yes.
Say
yes.
goodbye.
I don't know. They're not alkies like we are, Bill. You know, what do you want from these people?
So where do you want to go tonight, Joe? Let's inform our uninformed listeners here. Where is as we wind it, we're in the final 10 minutes, Joe.
Well, we got about more like 15.
Don't be a cunt.
I want to go somewhere where we don't have to drive, but we're fucked. How are we going to... You got to get home, I got to get home. How are we going to drink? This fucking city stinks for drinking.
No, it doesn't.
All right, well, what do you do when you got to drink? I'm not paying $30 cab rides each way.
Joe, first of all, you blow 20 when you're in New York. You do it all the fucking time. So let's not act like you actually take the subway. You don't.
I blow
There's places
I
to
blow
go.
12
First of all, you don't even know
way.
where the fuck you live. That's one thing. I go over there yesterday to try to warm up, do this show. Oh, get La Brea,
all right, well, then let's go over down there like the Improv then.
No, I don't want to do that. Well, let's fucking wrap this thing up here. Joe, great to see you out here on the West Coast. Where can people see you doing your stand-up act that you don't want to do anymore because you want to be writing scripts?
Oh, for God's sakes. I am...
All right, let's get to my exciting
I'm at
career.
the Punchline. I'm at the Punch... No, that's when this airs. I will be, next weekend, I will be in Washington, D.C. at a venue I can't remember the name of right now.
Oh, you're not doing the Improv?
No, I'm doing the another place out there. And then...
Knuckleheads?
I don't
Screwballs?
know. I don't know.
Come on,
just check out it'll be on my MySpace. MySpace.com/Joe DeRosa.
Dingleberries.
Yes.
All right, I'll be at Giggles in Seattle. My triumphant return. I'm going to a Sonics game up there on